Friday Night Rivals pregame show is sponsored by Food City.
Welcome to week 2 of Friday Night Rivals. I'm PJ Johnson, and you're watching our Food City pregame show. We are counting down the kickoff between Sullivan South and Cherokee.
And I'm Casey Getz. Cherokee couldn't have asked for a better start to their season, winning 48-0 over Union County. What makes that type of performance even more unlikely is the team went through a coaching change just a few days before practice was scheduled to begin. Jason Lawson is the girls basketball coach at Cherokee. He got a call last month asking if he'd become the football coach, and the rest, as they say, is history.
I was very shocked. I'm also very blessed to have this opportunity, and I'm still living the dream. It doesn't get any better than this. I'm in my hometown. This is my high school. This is a great opportunity to have this chance come about, and I was very privileged and honored that they even considered me for it. And in no way could you turn something like this down.
The win at Union County, your first game as head coach, could you have drawn it up any better, winning 48-0?
Well, we were just, our kids played great. They really came out and responded. They did an excellent job of executing our game plan and stayed true. We had some setbacks along the way, but we were able to make some adjustments on the fly. And it was just good to see the kids. They were all smiling. Their faces were lit up, having fun, getting back to a little bit of normal.
Coach, according to the write-up that I read, you had 390-some yards in total offense, and yet your defense didn't allow a first down. Is that true?
That is correct. Yeah, our defense shut them out. We gave up 11 total yards, I think is what it was. Our defensive staff done a great job game planning.
How did you and your staff get the team so ready to play with everything that was going on with not knowing when the season was going to start, then starting late, you coming in as a new head coach, a month before the season? How did you guys get everybody clicking on all cylinders going into that first game?
It was a challenge. There's been so many distractions. There's been all kinds of setbacks along the way, rumors and things of that nature. And with us not having kids in the building, it makes it harder to stay connected and communicate with them. But I think at the end of the day, when we got a chance to go out and play against somebody else, they were just ready to hit somebody other than their teammates. All that we'd seen in practice, and we'd been trying to scrimmage a little bit and go live ones-on-one so that we could get accustomed to some physicality that the game would have. And it was once the lights came on and they got out there and the people started getting in the stands, it didn't take a whole lot to get them focused. They knew that they were there for business.
Coach, one of the things I'm curious about, you were able to put this all together so quickly, and yet it doesn't sound like your team made a whole lot of mistakes on Friday night. Is this due to the coaching, or is it just kids that are used to playing with each other?
Well, they do have a history. They do have a long history together. Of course, we're still very young. We've got 9 seniors on the roster, and they have been playing together for a couple of years. But I think that we really drove the point home about executing and paying attention to what we're doing. And it was just one of those things where everything seemed to be clicking on all cylinders last Friday. And we've stressed the emphasis on discipline, being disciplined, playing smart, playing good football. The kids have just been great through the whole process. We came in, they responded every time we've asked them to. They've really been a help to me. They've made my transition easy because they went along with everything that we've tried to get them to do and bought into the process.
What are the pros and cons of playing a team that hasn't played so far this season?
Well, I think we can start with the obvious cons. One, we've played, they haven't. So I'm sure they've probably seen a little bit about what we do. Obviously, we don't know a whole lot about what they're going to do. After week 1, all the uncertainty is supposed to be gone. But for us, we've got it in week 2, and we'll have it again in week 3 when we face Morristown East, because we'll be their first game as well. So that's one of the big cons. One of the pros to it is we've got a game under our belt. We've been under the lights. We've experienced Friday night football in 2020, and that's something that they've not yet. So We've got a little bit of experience. We've been able to make adjustments, see how our kids react to the game type settings. We've got to scrimmage against somebody basically other than ourselves now that we've got a game under our belt.
And coming up on the Food City pregame show, we'll check in with the Sullivan South Rebels and their head coach, Justin Hilton.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota and save big with this just announced lease on a stylish new 2021 Corolla. Now just $179 a month. Get $2,000 customer cash off your best deal on remaining new 2020 Camrys. Or you can get 0% financing for 60 months. And Camry leases start at just $209 a month. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
Coal, hard work, family. These are things that make our region unique and must never forget where we came from. From our humble roots during the coal boom years, through floods, recessions, and reroutes of major roads, Legacy Bank has remained strong because you have remained strong. So stop by and let us repay the favor by helping you build the legacy your family deserves. Visit us online at mylegacybank.net. Legacy Bank, your bank, your future. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Freedom is fun, from the outdoors to the open road. And my Honda Pilot from Johnson City Honda gives me the freedom to get there. The ride, the technology, the space, and more. Plus, Johnson City Honda gave me a warranty for life on my Pilot, and that's what I call fun.
Thank you, Tri-City, for letting us serve you here at Johnson City Honda. We're here doing what we love every day. That's the Johnson City way. Johnson City Honda, Johnson City.
Welcome back to the Food City pregame show. Sullivan South will open their season tonight at Cherokee after being sidelined last week due to COVID-19.
Now, before COVID-19, the Rebels knew that 2020 was going to be a very special season because it would be the last football season before the school closes. But this team has already been impacted by COVID-19 and had to cancel its home opener against Daniel Boone. So saying the Rebels are ready to roll against Cherokee would be an understatement.
We're excited about it, and it was kind of ironic. We talked to our kids right before the quarantine started and said, you know, you better practice like this is your last practice. You never know, because that's kind of the world we live in now. You never know what's going to be the next opportunity that you get or when that opportunity ceases to exist. So I think our guys really understand that more so now.
How did they handle starting and stopping and now getting to start once again here?
Well, unfortunately, that's almost become normal for us. You know, we started in June there, and then the county, when we had dead weeks, our county extended it. So we were 3 weeks off. And then when we came back, we practiced for a little while, and then the quarantine hit and we shut it down again for a little while. So starting and stopping has become more common than not. We're hoping that that was the last of it. We would like a little bit of consistency. So, you know, I don't know that that's going to affect our guys. What we're looking at is the conditioning factor and the amount of time it's going to take to have ourselves game ready and situationally ready.
Is there any advantage that you got to see Cherokee play, so you kind of maybe see what their formations, different things are? I know they have a new coach, or also an advantage that they haven't seen what you have, or is it a disadvantage, like you said, conditioning point? How do you kind of approach this first game when you're playing someone who's already played?
Well, if you look at the pros and cons of it, I guess the pros would be we did go scout them, so we got to see them live. We didn't exchange film because there was nothing to exchange. So we've seen a little bit of what they do. Another pro would be maybe we're a little bit healthier physically from not being beaten up by practicing. I mean, I'm trying to look at it glass half full, but now the cons would definitely be you improve the most from game 1 to game 2, and we're going into game 1 and they are going into game 2. So they should have a lot of things cleaned up, and it's still our dress rehearsal.
This trend of high schools running kind of a spread offense, but they don't run it as a traditional spread like a college team. They run it more to set up a power running game. Can you kind of talk about how this has evolved over the years for high school coaches?
Yeah, Coach Carter, when he came, I came in with him here at South, and it was a numbers game. If they put less in the box, you ran it. If they put more in the box, then you threw it, and you just counted. 6 in the box, we got numbers. 5 in the box, we're running it. So I think that it's evolved from that into more complex blocking schemes, but I still think it's a numbers game. You've got to be able to throw the ball well enough to get mismatches up front. And if you can't, you're going to struggle. So I think that you've got to be good enough to spread people out to get numbers in the box and be able to run it.
Coach, I'm actually old enough to remember when Sullivan South started. That Colonial Heights middle school team was undefeated and came into Sullivan South, and they were really good right out of the gate. You've got some great names in the history. Have you been able to pass this knowledge along, since you also played at Sullivan South, to your team, the history of this great school?
Oh, yeah. John Allen Compton and Mark Smith were both here when I came through school, and they made it very important for us to see the all-conference pictures on the wall and talked about the history and what those guys had put in. And we've really tried to do that throughout the years. And a lot of my coaches on my staff are former players. Coach Haney coaches with me, and I coached with Coach Carter, and I've coached with Ralph Nelson, and I've coached with those guys and grew up watching them play and really admired watching them play. That's who I wanted to be as a young kid, was those guys. So I think that's unique that these guys are living the life right now that I grew up living. So it's very easy to kind of explain that to them.
Are you doing any sort of countdown to the end? I mean, every week that passes by is 1 week closer to no more Sullivan South football. And as a person that actually played there and has a lot of love for that school, that's got to be tough, just emotionally, not only for you, but for the kids as well.
It is. We're going to honor, at each of our home games, we're going to honor a decade from the past. So we're going to honor 2000 to 2010 and so on, that way, and hopefully bring some of those players back. This really is a special place. I was blessed to play here. I've been blessed to coach here. We've had exceptional coaches throughout the years that I've gotten to work under, and our community has just been so supportive of us really since 1980 all the way through.
What is the goal for Sullivan South in its final season? I know it would be great to, go on a deep postseason run here, but, what is the goal? Would a home playoff game be a goal this year to kind of go out in style?
I guess goal number one is to play 10 games. And then after that, we want to make the playoffs. And we've had to travel to Chattanooga the past few years and been fortunate enough to win some games down there and move on to the next round. It's tough when you're playing the state champion in the second round every single year, but that's just the nature of the beast with our conference. So you got to beat a state champion to host a home playoff game. And I think those two teams have made everybody in our conference better. Hopefully we've stepped up our game enough that we can be competitive again.
Up next, we'll go inside the numbers on tonight's game between the Rebels and the Chiefs.
Friendship Ford of Bristol, home of the no-charge lifetime warranty and the $5,000 best price guarantee. That's right, we're so confident we can beat any price on any new Ford F-150 or any other model we sell, including the legendary Ford Mustang and Ford Raptor. We're going to put our money where our mouth is and offer you $5,000 if you can find a better deal. So shop FriendshipFord.com to find the best selection of F-Series trucks, hands down the best prices, and get award-winning customer service. Nobody beats Friendship Ford of Bristol. Never have, never will. We're dealing.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
Warren Heating and Cooling provides solutions to keep your home or business to your comfort. Count on Warren Heating and Cooling to provide you a system that fits your unique needs. We've been around for many years installing many systems, maybe even your neighbors. Warren Heating and Cooling has earned the reputation for doing the job right the first time. Call us at 276-523-5021 for your new system, a repair or maintenance. Warren Heating and Cooling and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Hi, I'm Chris Hill. For over 40 years, my family has been committed to delivering the best buying experience possible.
And here at Lexus of Kingsport, that means providing the highest quality luxury vehicles.
And award-winning service with free pickup and delivery for our customers.
We've got the new Lexus to fit your life.
And your style.
Drive a new ES350 for only $359 a month.
Nothing else feels quite like a Lexus.
And nothing else feels like the buying experience at Lexus of Kingsport, where our commitment to you sets us apart.
Tonight's game is the 6th matchup between Cherokee and Sullivan South since 2013. And Casey, they have played some really good games in this series.
Yeah, PJ, 3 of the last 5 meetings between these two schools have been decided by 3 points or less. In 2013, Sullivan South won by a field goal. 2015, Cherokee won by a field goal. And then last year, Cherokee won by 2 points. The 2016 game was a shootout. Cherokee won that one 55-44. The only game that hasn't been close was in 2014. The Rebels won big, 49-13. Now, these two teams did not play in 2017 or 2018. Cherokee, though, has won 3 in a row over the Rebels since that lopsided loss in 2014. And, of course, this will be the final matchup ever between these two schools. So we'll see who ends the series on a high note. Coming up, it is prediction time. The Prep Picks crew is breaking down the big games of week number 2 right after this.
Hi, I'm Steve Smith with Food City. It's great to partner with WCYB to sponsor the Friday Night Rivals pregame show. Football is so important to our communities as families gather to root on their home team, whether they're watching the game in person or on TV. And we're excited to be a sponsor, and don't forget, Food City is your tailgating headquarters.
Our last slide there about co-signing agreements. I know we haven't actually made a that's lunch.
Relief by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota. Go to the lake or go on a hike. Catch some air or some fish. If you want to drive the green or just drive down the road, drive Toyota. Now get $1,500 customer cash on the last of the adventurous RAV4s or $1,000 on RAV4 hybrids. Or lease a RAV4 LE for just $199 a month. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Such a simple word, but a not-so-simple thing. Life is beautiful, but fragile. It's the ebb and flow of time and a reminder that nothing is forever. It connects us and gives meaning. It's joy and pain. Life is unpredictable, but essential.
I am your health partner for life.
For life.
For life.
For life.
HMG is your health partner for life.
Hey, call again. Our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
How do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
How do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water.
Welcome into week 2 of Prep Picks. I'm Casey Guest alongside Heather Williams and Steve Winmuth of ESPN Tri-Cities, TriCitySports.com. Last week, my Sullivan East Patriots helped me get off to a perfect start to the season. Appreciate that, fellas. Volunteer, their first game of the season at Sullivan Central. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, Volunteer and new head coach Jesse McMillan finally getting their 2020 season off to a start. Meanwhile, Sullivan Central, a win last week. They're 1-0 for the first time in since 2014. They have not been 2-0 in this millennium. That's over 2 decades, boys and girls. You look ahead, you don't want to look ahead, but you look ahead to Pigeon Forge, a team they handled last year. Could they be 3-0 going into that Sullivan South game? I'm riding the Cougar bandwagon, baby. Go Cougars. I'm taking Central to go 2-0 for the first time in a long, long time.
Yeah, if you're riding the bandwagon, I am driving the bus because I've been high on this Sullivan Central team since before the season started. They've got a lot of key players back. I think they might actually have a chance to make a run at the playoffs this year. I'm with you, Steve. 2-0 for Sullivan Central. I'm picking the Cougars.
Last week, we all took Sullivan Central. We all were right. We're going to take them again this week and hope for the same result. We'll make it a clean sweep, all taking the Cougars. Heather, our Friday Night Rivals TV game, Sullivan South, another team playing their first game at Cherokee. How do you see this one playing out?
Well, these games are so hard to predict when teams that have played a week are playing against teams that haven't played at all. I don't really know what to expect from the Sullivan South team because I don't really have much to judge them on, just looking at what's on paper. Cherokee won in the blowout, but probably not against the greatest competition. But I do think having that week of playing will be an advantage for them. I think this is going to be a super close game, but I think I'm going to go with Cherokee just because they've got a week under their belts.
Cherokee allowed 0 first downs and 11 total yards against Union County last week, but this is a much different offense they're going to face this week in Sullivan South. Very diverse. The Rebels have big, tall wide receivers, 5 deep at running back, a quarterback that can run and throw. I like the Rebels in this one, even though they haven't played yet, to go to Cherokee and get the win.
Steve, I'm going to go with you on this one. I'm going to take the Rebels. I think, they got to scout Cherokee last week because they have a new head coach. They changed their offense around a little bit. They know what they're going to be facing. I think the Rebels go on the road, get this win on Friday night. But I do agree with Heather. I think it is going to be a close game, but I'm going to take the Rebels. Next up, Steve, Greenville, another team playing their first game. They're playing against Daniel Boone, who this is their second game.
When was the last time that Greenville was not picked to win their conference? When was the last time they weren't picked to win the state title, for that matter? But don't sell on Greenville. These Green Devils are very talented, still a little bit young in spots, but they have a lot of talent coming back. Boone really struggled last week. They'll be better with one game under their belt, but Greenville just has too much talent. I'll take the Green Devils at home over the Blazers.
It's really hard to pick against Greenville until you show us that they're worth picking against. Steve mentioned they have a lot of talent. Some of it's young. A lot of those guys are on the state championship teams. They've now moved on. But they don't rebuild in Greenville. They just reload. Like the previous game, I think this is going to be a super fun game. I think it's going to be a really close game. But until they prove to me that they're worthy of being picked against, I got to run with the Green Devils.
Yeah, I think the Eddie Spradlin era is going to get off to a good start for Greenville. I like the Green Devils to get this win. And finally, Heather, Science Hill hosting David Crockett, 2 teams looking to bounce back from losses last week.
I just think that the athletes that Crockett has is going to present a little bit of a challenge for the youth at Science Hill. So I am going to go with Crockett.
Last year, Crockett hung 62 points on Science Hill. The 2 teams combined for 96 points overall. It won't be anywhere close to that this year. Those offenses are not the same. I like what Crockett did last week. You've got a stud athlete, a Division I commit going to Notre Dame. You get him the football 30 times and take your chances. If he gets the football 30 times against Science Hill, I like the Pioneers' chances. I'm going to take Crockett to win a 2nd straight year over Science Hill.
I'm going to go with the homestanding Hilltoppers in this one. I think they learned a lot last week in their game against Elizabeth, and they shot themselves in the foot quite a bit. They moved the ball early, but they had a lot of turnovers. I think they cleaned that up this week. They're going to be at home. I'm going to take Science Hill, also a revenge game. Like you said, Steve, they were embarrassed last year at David Crockett, blown off the field. Those kids remember that. I think Science Hill bounce back and gets a win this week over David Crockett. Well, Steve and Heather, thank you so much for joining me as always on Prep Picks. You can get all your scores and highlights coming up on Friday Night Huddle.
Just getting outside and enjoying a little downtime is what I call fun. And so is my CR-V from Johnson City Honda. My CR-V is sporty and versatile and jam-packed with tons of features. I love knowing that I got a great deal on my CR-V, but what's even better is knowing I bought from a dealership with great customer service too. And Johnson City Honda gave me free car washes for life and a warranty for life.
The extras are fun, and so is the Johnson City way. Johnson City Honda, Johnson City.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
For 85 years, Citizens Bank has focused on you, the local people and businesses in the communities we serve. Locally owned, the bank makes decisions here, not in Nashville, New York, or Atlanta. We support our communities. Citizens Bank Stadium is one of the many projects we're proud of. In person or online at citizensbank24.com.
At Citizens Bank, supporting our neighbors and businesses and their successes is a priority, and it will continue to be a priority in the future.
Here's to 85 more years helping you with your financial needs.
We've never been so ready for summer. Your Honda dealer is open and ready to get you into a new Honda today. Like the sporty Civic or the sophisticated Accord. Visit the Honda Summer Clearance Event and get a great deal from Honda, KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Brand. Get a great deal on the Civic Sedan at the Honda Summer Clearance Event today.
That's pretty, isn't it? Welcome to Rogersville, everyone. I'm PJ Johnson along with Casey Getz. Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers. We're ready for a good one tonight as Sullivan South visits the Chiefs here in the Big Red Valley, where it is quite humid tonight, Casey.
It is very sticky, and this is week number 2 of the season, but it is week number 1 for Sullivan South. The Rebels not playing last week. They were in quarantine earlier in the month, so this is the first game of the season for Sullivan South, so they still have those first game jitters to get out tonight. Meanwhile, Cherokee, PJ, they've already have a game under their belt.
They certainly have. The Chiefs tonight coming in after a big win on the road at Union County. And, of course, if you've seen Mobuck, that is a big thing here down in Cherokee. Mobuck, of course, is the spirit of the Cherokee High School. It honors all the Cherokee down through the years and makes a great kind of a mascot, a spirit of the school, Mobuck.
And speaking of mascot, here's their other mascot. They got Renegade. The horse going to get ready to lead the team out here. This is the home opener for Cherokee. You mentioned, PJ, they won 48-0 last week, so we'll see if they can duplicate that performance tonight.
And we'll be back with the kickoff from Sullivan South and Cherokee as Renegade runs on the field.
Folks around here take sweet tea seriously. That's why Mickey D's sweet tea is fresh brewed and sweetened just right. And now it's served in a new cup that keeps the tea cold longer. Stop by for any sized Mickey D's sweet tea for just $1.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota and save big with this just announced lease on a stylish new 2021 Corolla. Now just $179 a month. Get $2,000 customer cash off your best deal on remaining new 2020 Camrys. Or you can get 0% financing for 60 months. And Camry leases start at just $209 a month. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
Here at East Coast Wings and Grill, we value the communities we serve and appreciate the opportunity to be good stewards, especially during this challenging time. That's why we're proud to support high school sports as a Friday Night Rivals sponsor. Our employees are going the extra mile to ensure that our food is prepared and packaged in the cleanest possible environment. And as always, we offer delivery options with DoorDash and Easy Cater. Call or visit online to place your takeout order today. That's East Coast Wings and Grill, Kingsport and Johnson City. Coal, hard work, family. These are things that make our region unique and must never forget where we came from. From our humble roots during the coal boom years, through floods, recessions, and reroutes of major roads, Legacy Bank has remained strong because you have remained strong. So stop by and let us repay the favor by helping you build the legacy your family deserves. Visit us online at mylegacybank.net. Legacy Bank, your bank, your future. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
This drink is more than a drink. It's a drink from McDonald's. Get any size Minute Maid slushie for $2 or any size McCafe iced coffee for $1.69.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your local Toyota dealer.
It is a warm and humid night in Rogersville, Tennessee, but a perfect night for high school football. As you can see, the Sky 5 drone giving you the aerial view of what's to come tonight. It's going to be a great game as Sullivan South takes on Cherokee. The Sky 5 drone brought to you by Empire Ford. And Renegade, as always, starting things off, a little dash. Throw the spear, Casey. She's got a pretty good arm.
She sure does. Second year in a row, we've gotten to see Renegade. Here's some key players first for Cherokee. It's Trent Price. Last week had over 130 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns for Cherokee. See if he can duplicate that again. Meanwhile, for Sullivan South, their first game of the season. So we'll focus on the quarterback, Ethan Bergeron. We'll see what he has to do under center for the Rebels. Keys to the game tonight, PJ, first for Sullivan South, offensive balance. Can they use the pass and the run against this tough Cherokee defense and limit those first game mistakes? They have not had that yet. As for Cherokee, the price is right. We talked about Trent Price, and also get defensive. They gave up 0 first downs last week. It'll be hard to duplicate that again, but they got a very good defense.
Very good defense. We're almost ready for the opening kickoff. Sullivan South will receive, and the Chiefs will kick it off toward Mobuck in the end zone. It'll be a little pooch kick, fielded about the 20-yard line. South was going to get a good return out of this. A couple of breaks, and South is going to have great field position, although there is a flag on the field, Case.
A little laundry to start the game here, but Sullivan South, unless it's against them, they're going to get some good field position. We'll find out.
It is a holding call against South, so take 15 yards off that nice return there. As Casey mentioned, Ethan Bergeron will be under center. He's a big quarterback. Kind of reminds you of the kid that played a few years ago that signed with ETSU.
Yeah, Dylan Wigger a couple years ago, really a powerful runner, and he really developed his throwing game. But Bergeron at 6'3", 247, expect a lot of quarterback runs with him behind the offensive line.
He ought to be good for a yard or two and a couple of biscuits maybe after the game. Ethan Bergeron will be your quarterback. Eli Jennings and Jackson McPhee will round out the backfield case. And we're ready with the first game of the night. Straight handoff right up the middle. It looked like McGee, I believe, for a couple.
Here we go. You mentioned that penalty, PJ. That cost them about 17 yards. The field position, as you check the Cherokee defense, last week they gave up 11 total yards, 0 first downs in their 48-0 win over Union County. This defensive unit, very impressive last week.
So it'll be second down and long for the Rebs. Bergeron going to hand it off. That's Eli Jennings. Jennings with a good block, and he'll have the first down. Casey, you remarked in the pregame show, they just don't have enough Elis in the starting lineup.
The roster that Sullivan South gave us has 7 Elis, 7 players with the first name of Eli. We asked Coach, how do you distinguish them? He said, I just yell Eli and know somebody will come to me wanting to get into the game.
If somebody makes a mistake, just say it was Eli's fault.
There's Justin Hilton, the head coach of the Rebels.
First down for the Rebels on the move as they approach the midfield stripe. Flag on the play.
We had a false start there, I believe, against the Rebels.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So 5 yards against South. We'd like to welcome all the folks in Facebook land tonight. And, of course, our sponsor for that, East Coast Wings and Grill. I could go for some wings right now. Casey and I walked 9 holes this morning. We worked up an appetite. So thank you, East Coast, for sponsoring Facebook Live. Back to live action now. First down and long for the Rebs. It'll be a straight handoff in the backfield. And looking for some runs, and now breaking out. Nice run there as the South running back goes up to about the 45-yard line. That's number 5, Eli Jennings. As we said, lots of Elis.
Yeah, 3 plays so far, 3 runs for the Rebels. This time Jennings, nice patience, extending the play outside. The 5'11 senior looking pretty good on his first 2 carries so far.
One strange thing about this backfield for Sullivan South, almost everybody's in single digits. You're not used to seeing that. Like we've got a bunch of quarterbacks back there. Again, this will be Jennings off the left side, showing a little burst of speed as he gets close to a first down. I think he's got it, Case.
I will agree with you there on that one, PJ. Looks like Jennings has the first down, and they are moving the chain. So far, Sullivan South, 4 plays, 4 runs. They're keeping the ball on the ground. You see Jennings checks out.
Now, we expected them, of course, that was a Bank of Tennessee first down. We did expect Sullivan South to start pretty basic tonight because of COVID. They've had maybe not as much practice time as some of the other teams in the area.
Yeah, Coach Hilton telling us earlier in the week they had to practice last weekend just to get all their acclimation days in to be ready to play tonight's game.
Straight handoff up the middle, and turning for yardage again is number 2, McGee, I believe. No, I'm sorry, that was Eli Topping. Number 1. A huge number 1, big hole. And a nice tackle by the Chiefs to save what could have been a very big gain. So it'll be second down and short for the Rebs. Scoreless here in Rogersville. Bergeron hands it off. And nowhere to go. Look at that Chiefs defense coming up to collar the running back there. And that was Damian McLean. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, Aiden Webb for Cherokee coming up with a big stop here. You see, trying to extend this play out here. Watch Webb. He sheds his tackler, his blocker up there, and brings down. So nice tackle there by Aiden Webb. Cherokee's defense rising to the challenge after giving up a couple of first downs. That's something they didn't do at all their last game. So their defense having to react. And obviously that's one of those once-in-a-lifetime games, I think, when you play a team and you don't give up a first down.
That's a school record because you can't top it. Here we go with third down and long. Rebels looking. It's going to be the big guy, the quarterback, on a keeper. He's got her hole, and boy, good speed by the big fella as he gets close to the 20-yard line as Bergeron rumbles down the field for a first down.
Nice run there by Ethan Bergeron for the Bank of Tennessee first down for the Rebels, and they are knocking on the door of the red zone. The first time we saw Bergeron keep it, and there were some big holes there, and good luck bringing him down at 6'3", 247.
He's got some good speed for the big fella. Ethan Bergeron with the first down, and Sullivan South again getting a Bank of Tennessee first down. Hand up off the middle again to Eli Topping. One thing we also should missing tonight, not a lot of folks on the bench for Sullivan South. They did not bring any of their JV teams, so they're going to go, I believe, with 39 players tonight, and it is a hot, humid night. That could take its toll later in the game on South.
Yeah, Coach Hilton saying the one area he was most concerned would be special teams. The depth there, only bringing 39 guys on their travel roster.
It'll be second down and about 6. We're in the Toyota red zone. Bergeron with the handoff. Jennings showing that speed as he gets another Bank of Tennessee first down.
And Justin Hamblin saved a touchdown there with the shoestring tackle. Watch Jennings first run to the left here, and then Hamblin just stretches out there and trips his feet up, or otherwise that would have been a touchdown for Jennings. And if it's working for Coach Hilton, the run game, no reason to go away from it here. Every play of this drive has been a run so far for the Rebels.
If you can't stop it, you stick with it. Bergeron from the spread. He's going to run it right up the gut, and nobody can tackle him. He leaps over a guy for a touchdown, and Sullivan South's on the board.
Not a bad drive for your first of the season there. All runs and a touchdown, a Toyota touchdown for the Rebels, and you could not have asked for a better start if you're head coach Justin Hilton. Very impressive drive by the Rebels, capped once again there by Ethan Bergeron going in for the touchdown.
You cannot hit him down low. He's too strong. Eli, who else would it be? Icino on for the extra point. As the Rebs are waiting, lining up. And the kick is up, and it is good. So it's 7-0 here in Rogersville. As we head to break, you're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Friendship Ford of Bristol, home of the no-charge lifetime warranty and the $5,000 best price guarantee. That's right, we're so confident we can beat any price on any new Ford F-150 or any other model we sell, including the legendary Ford Mustang and Ford Raptor. We're going to put our money where our mouth is and offer you $5,000 if you can find a better deal. So shop FriendshipFord.com to find the best selection of F-Series trucks, hands down the best prices, and get award-winning customer service. Nobody beats Friendship Ford of Bristol. Never have, never will. We're dealing.
Such a simple word, but a not-so-simple thing. Life is beautiful, but fragile. It's the ebb and flow of time and a reminder that nothing is forever. It connects us and gives meaning. It's joy and pain. Life is unpredictable, but essential.
I am your health partner for life.
For life.
For life.
For life.
HMG is your health partner for life.
Tonight's Facebook Live game coverage is sponsored by East Coast Wings and Grill.
Welcome back to Cherokee High School, where the student body has turned out in force. Case.
Home opener for the Chiefs here. They're excited to be out here. Looks like it's maybe Hawaiian night in the student section. A good night for it with how humid it is. It feels like you could be in Hawaii tonight.
Yeah, I think you could fry egg on my forehead. A beautiful shot from high above. The Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford to show you what great condition this field is in. They've done a great job here because, let's face it, we play a lot of golf and our fairways are pretty dead because we haven't had a lot of rain. But, boy, they've done miracles on this field. It looks great.
And this will be the last season this field is grass. They're going to be getting field turf put in here after the season. So I know they're really excited about to hear the folks in Cherokee about having field turf starting next year for football.
And the band tonight practicing social distancing. They're all 6 feet apart. They're in the left part of the end zone on the track, and away from the general public, but doing what they have to do so they can participate tonight. Great idea by the folks here in Cherokee.
Yeah, and that allows more people to be in the stands as well, not having to have a section reserved for the band. So, like you said, PJ, kudos to the folks here at Cherokee.
All right, South's going to boot it away, and it's going to be the Chiefs with the return there. And crowd by a whole bunch of Rebels at about the 15-yard line. That's where Cherokee will start, first down and 10.
PJ, that last scoring drive for South, 11 plays, 76 yards, all 76 yards on the ground. Can't ask for a much better start to the game than that if you're the Rebels.
Man, goodness, no. That's what you want as a football team. You want to own the line of scrimmage and eat up the clock. Here's your starting lineups tonight. Micah Jones had a great game last week, but Trent Price was the man, number 16, had 136 yards rushing and really was the key performer for the Chiefs as they shut out Union County last week. Straight handoff there up the middle and nowhere to go. I believe that was Mr. Price getting a hello welcome from the Rebel defense.
Yeah, Fletcher Gibson, number 75 there, one of many Rebels in on that tackle. And Sullivan South looking very, very impressive so far. Here's that defense. I mentioned only 39 players, so a lot of guys going both ways, playing offense and defense for the Rebels, and they'll be surely rotating their guys in and out tonight.
We watched Micah Jones in warm-ups. The kid's got a good arm. He can throw it 45, 50 yards in the air. But last week, they kept it on the ground a lot, doing plays like this. A little pitch out to Price, who looks for some room to run and instead goes backwards.
Eli Topping that time, one of those guys playing both ways. He had a couple carries on the first possession. As you see, head coach Jason Lawson, the head coach for the Chiefs, and PJ, he's
dream situation for him. We talked about Jones's arm. He's going to get a chance to show it off. If he can get away from that Rebel defense, he does. He's got some room to run, but now nowhere to go. A whole bunch of Rebels are going to throw him for a huge loss. And boy, this South defense has responded, Casey.
Yeah, Eli Topping once again there, and under duress right away here was Micah Jones. Does a good job avoiding some of the pressure, but again, nowhere to go. And Jackson McGee and Eli Topping come in on the stop, and Cherokee's offense went backwards in that drive, and Sullivan South should get excellent field position after this punt.
So the Chiefs will be punting the ball. It's a high punt through the middle of the field. And South's going to look at it, bounce, but it takes a bounce in South's favor, where it's down about the 35-yard line, 36, I would think. So it's 7-0 as you're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota and save big with this just announced lease on a stylish new 2021 Corolla. Now just $179 a month. Get $2,000 customer cash off your best deal on remaining new 2020 Camrys. Or you can get 0% financing for 60 months. And Camry leases start at just $209 a month. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
Since 1987, East Tennessee Iron and Metal is your leading industrial scrap metal recycler from Knoxville to Abingdon. Our staff is committed to optimizing your daily scrap metal needs. From our sales team to our drivers, we're here for you every step of the way with reliable professional service and consistent quality. We are committed to supporting your needs quickly and efficiently. That's East Tennessee Iron and Metal off Highway 66 in Bulls Gap, or visit us online at easttniron.com.
Welcome back to Rogersville, everyone. Friday night rivals, Cherokee and Sullivan South. It's 7-0 Rebels, and the Rebels have the ball with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. That's the Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford. First down for the Rebs and their big quarterback, Ethan Bergeron. He's already got 1 touchdown rushing. He'll try to add to that. A straight handoff. The Chiefs, the Rebels have kept the ball on the ground as Eli Jennings again. No passes yet, Casey, because they haven't had to pass.
If it's working and they can't stop it, keep on doing it. That's another first down there. Bank of Tennessee first down for the Rebels. That ball now already, after 1 play, is at the 26-yard line. The Cherokee. Very impressive. This offensive line deserves a lot of credit as well for Sullivan South. Bryson Rogers, Bryson Necessary, Eli Robinette, Blake Tipton, and Fletcher Gibson creating a lot of room for Jennings and Bergeron and the rest of the backfield for the Rebels.
This, of course, is the last year for Sullivan South. They'll be consolidated with Sullivan North and Sullivan Central next year. There's Bergeron off the left side, cutting back right, up the middle for another Bank of Tennessee first down as he loses his helmet, and that means he's got to sit out a play, Casey.
Yeah, Bergeron's going to have to come off, as you see him. And on our depth chart that Coach gave us, Eli Jones is listed as the backup quarterback here. You see this was a design quarterback run all the way by Bergeron and loses his helmet.
It is Eli Jones into the game, number 10 on your screen. They'll run exactly the same offense. Except this time, keep it run off the left side, and he'll get a couple of yards.
The Rebels in the Toyota red zone for their second straight possession. See if Eli Jones stays in the game, or if Bergeron, looks like Bergeron's going to come back in after just have to come out for 1 play when the helmet comes off.
Getting the call from Coach Justin Hilton. With South keeping the ball on the ground, this clock is going by pretty quickly. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Bergeron left side, hesitates, then breaks through. He's such a big guy. See if he's down close to the goal line. Maybe what, to the 2-yard line, Casey?
Yeah, that looks like maybe the 2-3-yard line. Be 3rd and goal now as we take a look here again. Nothing fancy, just get a couple of pulling linemen, a lead blocker there in the backfield, and Bergeron's going to run the rest of the way.
Like my old offensive line coach Doug Clark used to say, put a helmet on a helmet and follow him. That's all he did, helmet on helmet, and the big fella just knew to do the rest. Keep those legs churning. 6'3", 247 pounds of muscle. That's Ethan Bergeron. And Bergeron will keep it, and he gets in. Let's see. Yes, they're going to give him a touchdown. Bergeron with his second score of the night, a Toyota touchdown to make it 13-0.
Nice to see the student section that made the trip here. Some of the Rebel faithful here, and got the green paint. They like that touchdown. It is 13-0 Rebels. Here you go. Once again, Bergeron right up the middle, and Cherokee has not been able to stop it so far, and the result has been 2 touchdowns for the visitors.
Eli Icino on for the extra point, and it is good. It's 14-0. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Toyota and your local Toyota dealer are combining resources to support our area high schools. We stand together as community partners for our high school athletes and their families to help schools and students get the most out of their high school years. Toyota is proud to join News 5 WCYB, Fox 39 WEMT, and Tri-Cities CW to provide each host team with a charitable donation to their school. Proudly presented by Toyota and your local Toyota dealer. Tonight's donation goes to the Cherokee Chiefs.
Welcome back to Rogersville, everyone. It's 14-0 Sullivan South over Cherokee on a perfect night for high school football. You're looking at the Sky 5 drone high above to show you the great facility they have here at Cherokee High School. The Sky 5 drone brought to you by Empire Ford. So we'll kick it off again. Asino will kick it off to the Chiefs.
And PJ, that drive, 5 plays, 38 yards, took 2.5 minutes. Ethan Bergeron has 6 carries in the game for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Not a bad day so far. Preston McNally is back there, deep, along with Collins.
He kicked that one out of bounds.
Yep.
So one of the few mistakes so far for the Rebels. That'll give the Chiefs some good field position.
So it'll be first down for the Chiefs.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35, first down.
That's the best way to get a first down. Let the other team give it to you. Micah Jones, big fella at quarterback, number 7. Trent Price will join him in the backfield. Justin Hamlin there is a wide receiver as well. You're in the Big Red Valley. That's what they call it here at Cherokee High School, the Big Red Valley. Wouldn't it be great next year if they had the red AstroTurf like Eastern Washington? It'd be one of a kind.
You would be very happy. We'd be definitely coming back here next year if they get this red turf.
I don't think they'll get the red turf, but I can always talk about it. That was a run up the middle for a couple for the Chiefs. So far, they've not been able to do very much. That's Price, who had such a big game last week, but the Rebels have put a handle on him and brought him down.
Yeah, last week Cherokee had 288 yards rushing, and they only threw the ball for 50 yards last week, so definitely run dominant. But so far, Blake Tipton, the rest of this Rebel defense, shutting down the running game. And when you're behind 14-0, you may have to throw the ball more than you want to.
Tipton and his buddies are quite a load in there in that defensive front. It's going to be tough to run on. Little pass out there, but the Chiefs are all, I was say the Rebels are all over it again.
That was Blake Candler out there on the tackle for the Rebels, and yards are tough to come by here for Cherokee in this first quarter. The swarming Rebels defense, they are everywhere.
That was Will Price making that catch, but as soon as he made it, the Rebels were all over him. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Chiefs. Their offense has been pretty much non-existent so far. They're going to have to loosen some strings.
The Rebels going with 3 down linemen here. We'll see if they want to bring any more than that or just go with a 3-man rush here on 3rd and long.
Jones from the shotgun. Has to avoid one tackler. He's on the run, and he's smashed to the ground by that Sullivan South defense. What a play.
And that was Gage, Durham, and Eli Topping there combining for the sack. We'll give them each a half a sack on that one. And Eli Topping, he has been everywhere on defense so far. Look at number 1, just spying the quarterback and
perfect.
Runs right after him. And Durham comes in from the other side, and that is a Rebel sandwich there.
Boy, when the coaches look at that coach's film and see Topping, how he read that quarterback, they're going to give him a gold star. That's exactly how you have to play that position, because you can't just leave. You got to see what the quarterback does. He read it perfectly. It'll be a punt again for the Chiefs as they face 4th down and long. Another short kick. This time a return, but nowhere to go. A good play there. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
This financial literacy tip is brought to you by Citizens Bank.
On behalf of all of us at Citizens Bank, we hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast of East Tennessee High School football. Tonight's tip is your credit report. Have you thought about how important a credit report is in today's society? Sure, you need one to have a good car loan rate. You need one for a good home loan rate. But did you know also it affects your insurance rates? It also affects maybe if you're a new employee being hired. It also affects whether or not you get one of these or not. It's your credit. Protect it. Always pay on time. Check it online to make sure that you have a good credit report and never overborrow. Thanks. Let's get back to football.
To learn more about Citizens Bank, go to citizensbank24.com or come by one of our convenient locations.
And welcome back to Rogersville, everyone, where Sullivan South has piled 2 touchdowns on, and they've got the ball back, leading 14-0 with 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. The star so far has been this guy, Ethan Bergeron, number 7, the big quarterback for Sullivan South, doing all the damage on the ground. Another big hole on the left side, spinning run by Eli Jennings as he gets close to a first down. I believe he's got it.
Looks like he does there, and the clock stops for the first down. The Rebels will certainly not have to run another play. They get a Bank of Tennessee first down, but once this ball gets spotted and they move the chains, they can let the first quarter clock run out here, or if they want to try and run more play, they certainly can. Looks like Coach Hilton's already called the play, and the clock is running now. But I think Coach just told them to hold up here, so that is going to end the first quarter, PJ, with a 14-0 score.
As he ticks down 2-3-1, and that's the end of the first quarter. Sullivan South leads Cherokee 14-0. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota. Go to the lake or go on a hike. Catch some air or some fish. If you want to drive the green or just drive down the road, drive Toyota. Now get $1,500 customer cash on the last of the adventurous RAV4s or $1,000 on RAV4 hybrids. Or lease a RAV4 LE for just $199 a month. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
Cynthia Bundren Jackson Realty in Rogersville makes the buying and selling process easy. Check out this luxury listing on Lookout Mountain Road in Granger County. This 6-bedroom, 5-bath property features 3,600 square feet of living space, a 4-level deck with scenic views of Cherokee Lake and the Great Smoky Mountains, a heated saltwater pool and hot tub, top-line appliances, and much, much more. For a private showing of this home or any other properties on the market, call Cynthia Bundren Jackson Realty today.
Happy Saturday.
It's Saturday?
It's Saturday.
And you're here?
Yep, Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m.?
7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
12 hours a day, 6 days a week?
That's right. I'm like an ATM, but better.
Yeah, because you're a teller.
Exactly. I'm a teller.
Drive-Through Plus, exclusively from Bank of Tennessee.
This summer, it's time to get back outdoors. Your Honda dealer is open and ready to get you into a new Honda today. Enjoy the sunshine in the family-friendly Pilot or the rugged Passport. Visit the Honda Summer Clearance Event and get a great deal from Honda, KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Brand. Get a great deal on the Pilot at the Honda Summer Clearance Event today.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your local Toyota dealer.
A beautiful shot of Cherokee High School in Rogersville, Tennessee. You're watching Friday Night Rivals as Sullivan South leads Cherokee 14-0. The Rebels with the ball from their own 40 as they've gotten over the 50-yard line. And look at Bergeron spin down to the 40-yard line.
One of these plays, they're going to throw the ball at some point, but until Cherokee can stop them here, even nothing just to work on the passing game, you think at some point here, but so far it has been all on the ground for the Rebels. Bergeron, Jennings, the two main carriers so far for the Rebels.
When you think of the great quarterbacks down through the years at Sullivan South, like Kurt Phillips, they threw the ball. It's just hard to believe we've not seen one pass so far from a Sullivan South offense that's known for its passing attack. But again, as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's not broken tonight. This offense is purring right along like a Cadillac. Here we go. Second down and about 6 for Bergeron. Another straight handoff. And the running back this time thrown down from behind. That was Jennings caught from behind.
Yeah, that was a nice play there by Trenton Lamb for Cherokee. That gives some energy to that Chiefs defense here. One of their few good plays so far. Lamb sheds a tackler up front there and brings down Jennings from behind. Really nice play there by Trenton Lamb. So now it is 3rd and 8. A long 8 or short 9. And now maybe they may have to put the ball in the air here now, PJ, on 3rd and 9. Maybe.
Could be. Bergeron from the spread. Fakes the handoff. He will throw, or at least he thinks about it. And it's a dart over the middle. Hits him in the hands. Incomplete, though. That would have been a first down.
That was Tristan Cook there, the tight end for the Rebels. Take a look here at Bergeron rolling out to his left for the right-handed quarterback, but makes a nice throw there, and Cook would like to have that one back. And so now the ball's at the 42-yard line. You would expect them. Looks like Bergeron's going to stay in the game here. I don't know. Maybe he may pooch punt it here, possibly.
Or they may throw it away. He was open. They're trying to draw him off sides.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up 14-0, I don't see any reason to go for this one here, as Coach Hilton's going to call a timeout.
Time now for our NEC Educator Spotlight.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Bob Haywood. We are proud to have Northeast State Community College as the Educator Spotlight sponsor again this year for Toyota Friday Night Rivals. We're joined by school president Dr. Bethany Bullock via Zoom. Dr. Bullock, thanks for being here. And tell us what's new for Northeast State as we try to negotiate during this current climate.
Bob, thanks for having us, and we are thrilled to sponsor this segment. As a former high school athlete, college athlete with Sisters in the Marching Band, on behalf of Northeast State, we want to tell everyone we're with you. We wish you luck, and we're going to get through this pandemic together. We know these are challenging times. What's going on at Northeast State is we have just received over a $500,000 grant from the Tennessee Higher Education Commission to create a drive-through, if you think about curbside services, but a drive-through one-stop shop. So if you're interested in returning back to school, returning to college, our Welcome Center will be a drive-through where you can swing by and pick up information from our admissions office or financial aid office, or maybe you're enrolled at Northeast State and you need to know about this drive-through. We're excited to be able to provide those services. We also are proud of the Tennessee Promise and Reconnect program, which provides 2 years of free tuition to students who are interested in attending a community college. If you're a high school graduate from a Tennessee high school, you're eligible for Tennessee Promise. And anyone who's 25 years or older watching this who is thinking about a college degree, you're eligible for Tennessee Reconnect. So with over 150 programs to choose from, Bob, we have a lot of online options as well as some on-ground options this fall.
I'm sure the students are very fortunate to have that at their disposal during this situation. Well, thanks again for sponsoring the Educator Spotlights and at halftime each week on Toyota Friday Night Live. Thank you.
Tonight's Educator Spotlight is presented by Northeast State Community College. We're here to get you there.
And welcome back to live action from Rogersville. 4th down, and for the first time, South will have to punt the ball away.
Not a very good one.
No, that would have been good for a first down. That's about it.
I think Coach is like, if that was going to be the result, I would have just went for it on 4th down.
Oh, goodness.
But it is game number 1, even for the special teams here, so that'll give something the Rebels to work on in practice. So very good field position now for Cherokee. That ball was on the 42-yard line whenever Sullivan South punted it. So that looks like that is going to be a 2-yard punt because the ball is now at the 40-yard line.
That's not going to help your average. Chiefs quarterback Micah Jones bringing his team back out. He'll hand it to Price. Price just has nowhere to go tonight. He gets the line of scrimmage, and he always meets a nice friend.
Cherokee's offense still looking for their first down. This is their third possession, and so far Trent Price has had nowhere to go. Jacob Bradley for the Rebels, one of the main men on that tackle right there. And that is really every defense, their goal at the beginning of the game is to eliminate the other team's running game, and Sullivan South is doing that so far.
So it'll be second down and about 9 for the Chiefs. Handoff again to the backfield and nowhere to go there. Landon Jackson taken down from behind.
Once again, that was Jacob Bradley. Some really good penetration by that defensive front there, and the running back has no chance when he's getting met that close to the line of scrimmage. Really impressed with the size of this Sullivan South defense. These guys are getting after it up front. Bradley and Eli Topping in the linebacker core. Very good defensive performance so far. This is kind of what Cherokee's defense did last week to Union County. Now that's what South is doing to Cherokee.
So Jones faces another third down and long. Takes the handoff, rolls to his right, throws it short. The defense smothers the receiver as Trent Price makes that catch there, but no gain, case.
Yeah, Jackson McGee in on the tackle. That's going to be another 3 and out for the Chiefs. It almost feels like there's 15 defenders on the field for Sullivan South. They have guys everywhere on the field. Yards very hard to come by for Cherokee, and their offense at halftime, and you think maybe they're going to have to come up the drawing board and maybe come up with plan B here, because so far, whatever Cherokee's trying to do offensively is not having much success against this Rebels defense.
Their line's just getting manhandled by this Rebel front four. So another huge kick there by Nick Sumter, the punter. And the ball's loose. Let's see what they call here.
The Rebels got it back. There is a flag on the play that was back by the line of scrimmage.
See what that call is.
Sideline warning on Cherokee. That's their first down.
Well, that's something you don't see a lot of, a sideline warning, Casey. Explain that to us. Well, while we were thinking about it, let's take a break. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Such a simple word, but a not-so-simple thing. Life is beautiful, but fragile. It's the ebb and flow of time, and a reminder that nothing is forever. It connects us and gives meaning. It's joy and pain. Life is unpredictable, but essential.
I am your health partner for life.
For life.
For life.
For life.
HMG is your health partner for life.
Friendship Ford of Bristol, home of the no-charge lifetime warranty and the $5,000 best price guarantee. That's right, we're so confident we can beat any price on any new Ford F-150 or any other model we sell, including the legendary Ford Mustang and Ford Raptor. We're going to put our money where our mouth is and offer you $5,000 if you can find a better deal. So shop FriendshipFord.com to find the best selection of F-Series trucks, hands down the best prices, and get award-winning customer service. Nobody beats Friendship Ford of Bristol. Never have, never will. We're dealing.
Tonight's Facebook Live game coverage is sponsored by East Coast Wings and Grill.
And we appreciate the folks at East Coast Wings and Grill supporting our Facebook coverage. That's the Sky 5 drone high above the beautiful facility here at Cherokee High School. The Sky 5 drone brought to you by Empire Ford. It's been all Sullivan South, 14-0. Casey, touch on that sideline warning for us.
Well,
clearly the official that was on the far side there, as he is going on the punt there, if he would run into somebody on the sideline there, that is what causes the flag. The first time it is just a warning. The second time it'll be a penalty with yardage implied here as Bergeron breaks off a first down run here for the Rebels, and we said that a time or 2 or 7 so far here, PJ.
Yeah, you know, when I was growing up, Ohio State was a great team. 3 yards in a cloud of dust is what they used to say. That's what Bergeron's getting. So much more than 3 yards in this play as he gets another first down, a Toyota first down. Chiefs defense trying to figure out a way to stop this Sullivan South offense. And there's nothing fancy going on here. It's just lining up helmet on helmet and running the ball. Finally, a hit in the backfield. South running back with nowhere to go.
And Landon Jackson there on the stop.
I believe that was Eli Topping with nowhere to go. Although he did drag a guy for a couple of yards.
That's what you need to do here. If you're a Cherokee, you have to try and slow down this running game here. Put Sullivan South in 2nd and 12, 3rd and 9 like they did the last possession there, and you get a drop pass and you get that offense off the field.
So it's 2nd down and long. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bergeron rolling right. He's going to throw the ball to a receiver. It is complete up and across the 50-yard line. That's number 8, Brody Ratliff, making a nice catch.
The first completed pass of the season for the Rebels here comes midway through the second quarter. Brody Ratliff. And that is a Toyota first down.
Coach Hilton told us the quarterback Bergeron, although he's a good runner, he said he's got a good arm. We're just probably not going to throw it a whole lot. But boy, when they do throw it, he drilled that one.
I know Coach told us last year Bergeron was a sophomore, and he's like, because of how big he was, he's like, we kind of expected more than him than maybe we should have because he was just a sophomore, but now as a junior, had an entire offseason to get ready as a starting quarterback. Of course, it was interrupted because of COVID, but still Bergeron looking very good here early on.
And that's Bergeron up the middle for a good 4 yards. Fake the handoff and just finds his hole. This is one thing that we talked about with Coach Hilton, how when Stacy Carter came along at Sullivan South, they took the spread over, but they didn't take the spread to throw the ball. They took the spread so they could run power football, get bigger holes, let the quarterback see the holes where he could either hand off and run, and that's a perfect example there. That's all Bergeron did. He just read the hole.
And he said it was a numbers game, too. You just counted. If there was less defenders in the box, you ran it. If there was more, you threw it. He said it was just a straight numbers game, and Coach Hilton credits Stacy Carter with a lot of his offensive philosophies, and kind of Coach Carter, one of the best offensive minds in the area in Northeast Tennessee.
Well, there was a terrific run by the Rebels as they get the first down. That's number 5, Eli Jennings, with a spinning run for a Toyota first down. They had him short. Watch the replay, Casey. They just got 2 hands on him, but they can't bring him down.
Really, that spin there, that would have been more fitting for Eli Topping there, like spinning like a top there around. But, you know, Jennings will take the first down anyway, and he'll move the sticks here.
We have an endless supply of Eli jokes tonight because we got an endless supply of Eli's. First down for the Rebs. Bergeron, nothing fancy over the right side. He's just going to power the ball up. Close. He gets another 8 yards there just on second effort.
The ball now inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. You wonder, Bergeron, at some point, is he going to get a little worn out here from all these carries? First game of the season. It is very humid here tonight in Rogersville. Defenders, of course, also will be getting tired. This is Cherokee's second game, so they would have maybe more of an advantage here in terms of the conditioning level, but on this muggy night, could be a wash.
Bergeron on the left side. He'll get the first down. Another Toyota first down as he muscles his way down to about the 20. And again, he loses his helmet.
And that is something coach is going to say, make sure that is tightened on there because you're going to have to come out every time this happens. So Eli Jones will have to come in here. I'm sure one coach is going to say, son, why don't you tighten that helmet up a little bit?
Now, he could be just knocking it off so he gets a break. No, I'm just kidding. That's one way to take a break, I suppose. Knock my helmet off. As we've remarked, it is humid tonight here in Rogersville. So Eli Jones, number 10, will be coming into the game. But the offense will not change. Remember, when Jones played earlier, his first play, he kept the ball and ran it.
I think we had a penalty actually on Cherokee.
They're still talking about it. Now they're pointing it south. As the refs try to figure this out. 4 minutes and 42 seconds left here in the second. Yeah, let's see if we can figure this out. We got a great replay to show you. Bergeron at the end of this run, see if something happens. Nothing happens there. I don't know if you would call that a face mask, maybe. I'm not sure. Coming up, we've got the Friendship Ford halftime report, where we'll be showing you some highlights of the first half. And also got some special features for you. That's coming up later on the Friendship Ford halftime report. Dustin and all the folks out of Friendship Ford, we appreciate your support as always. So we're about to get a call here from the officials and figure this out. Now they're explaining to Sullivan South. Now here's what happened, Coach. Casey, any clue?
I have no idea.
Well, maybe the refs are going to let us in on the secret right here, it appears.
During the play, Cherokee had 12 players in the formation. Illegal participation on Cherokee. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot will be a first down.
Now let's count the defenders here. And watch, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only count 11 in the screen right there, if my math is correct.
It'd be pretty bad if you had 12 defenders and you still gave up 8 yards on the run. Here's Bergeron. No, I should say Jones is in the game now, of course, and he's just going to run it. And he's going to be close to the 10-yard line as Jones gets knocked down by that Chief defense. Let's see if, no, here comes Bergeron.
They're in the Toyota red zone now. The ball's at the 13-yard line. 4 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the second quarter. Sullivan South scored on their first 2 possessions. They did punt. They had a 2-yard punt on their third possession, and now they're trying to add to their 14-0 lead.
Bergeron's back in there. Second down. Bergeron just on the right side. He's going to go down close to the 5-yard line. Just short of that.
Yeah, it's going to be a third down. He was just short of the first down marker as well. And on third and short, I would expect Bergeron to carry this one once again here. The ball is just inside the 8-yard line. A couple of the students here trying to pump up the defense.
The Big Red Valley's been all blue tonight. Sullivan South's offense has dominated this game, and they're looking to add another touchdown. Bergeron on third and short. He's going to run it off the right side. Bergeron in for his third touchdown of the game.
That one's an 8-yard touchdown run for Ethan Bergeron. Eli Topping leading the way. And it has just been a total domination for the Rebels so far. Look at number 1, a lead blocker, including the lineman. Big block there by Eli Topping. In fact, he goes after 2 defenders there, and Bergeron does the rest, his third rushing touchdown. And this has been all Sullivan South so far, PJ.
This has been all Rebels. Eli Icino in for the extra point, and it's perfect. And so has been the Sullivan South offense tonight. It's 21-0. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
When other lenders say no,
we say yes.
At Appalachian Lending, they offer affordable auto and personal loans. Apply today.
We say yes.
AppalachianLending.com. They say yes.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota. like the all-new, distinctively styled Highlander. Lease this Highlander for just $299 a month. And now, Toyota has just announced $2,000 customer cash off your best deal on Highlander, or $2,000 off the best-in-class Highlander Hybrid. And all Toyota hybrids come with a 10-year, 150,000-mile battery warranty. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
Greenville. And welcome back to Rogersville, everyone. Beautiful night for high school football. It is humid, but it is also hot. If it's the Sullivan South offense you're talking about, that is, their offense has been unstoppable, doing all the damage on the ground tonight. 21-0. Their fine little quarterback, Ethan Bergeron, all 247 pounds, has run for 3 touchdowns and put on quite a show tonight. Meanwhile, Eli Icino will kick it off. Back for the Chiefs is number 8, Will Price. And this is a good kick. Price is not going to be able to run it out because it's in the end zone. That's a rule in high school football. You can't run it out of the end zone anymore like the old days, Case.
Nice kick there by Icino. And really, that is a big weapon at the high school level. If you can have a kicker that put the ball in the end zone, you make the other team's offense march 80 yards. I mean, that is a big advantage at this level because, you know, when he kicked the one out of bounds, they get it to 35. And the way this Sullivan South defense has played so far, it's going to be awfully hard for Cherokee to move the ball 80 yards on them. That last drive, PJ for South, 10 plays, 73 yards, took over 5 minutes off the clock. Bergeron now is up to 114 yards rushing in the game and 3 touchdowns.
You might have a TV5 Player of the Week.
Jarvis Heron could be paying a visit, perhaps.
We talked about his arm earlier. Micah Jones airs it out. He had a receiver. Oh, my goodness, and he was open. That was Preston McNally open. But Jones overthrew him.
You were right, PJ. McNally was open. There was maybe a missed assignment there in that Rebel defense. That is something they're going to want to shore up here because McNally was open, but Jones just overthrew him slightly.
I told you, we saw Jones in the warm-ups. He could throw it 50 yards in the air. Threw that one maybe 51, 52. A little bit too far for McNally. So it's second down. The Chiefs are trying to loosen things up here, trying to get something on the board. They're down 21-0. Jones is going to roll to his left and throw over the middle. Nothing on that one. That was just short of Will Price, who was open.
Yeah, that's a tough throw there for a right-handed quarterback rolling out to the left, trying to throw it back across your body when you got some pressure in your face, and he kind of short hops that one. So now it is 3rd and long. And if you're the Sullivan South defense here, 2 plays, they've taken about maybe 9 to 10 seconds off the clock here with 2 incompletions. So if Sullivan South gets a stop here, they can get the ball back and try and add to their lead here before halftime, where we're under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
3rd down. Jones dancing around. He's going to throw it out. He's got a completion. But South is there and waiting as the ball is completed to Braden Collins, but nowhere to go.
That's what you want to do on 3rd and 10. You want to keep everything in front of you here. You allow that 5-yard pass, make the tackle, and then you get off the field if you're the Rebel defense.
That brings us to 4th down. Nick Sumter has been pumping the ball.
Looks like, to me, Micah Jones went back out onto the field there. This ball at the 25-yard line. You wonder maybe they're going to try and draw him off sides, or he'll maybe even punt it himself.
See what? Or maybe they'll just go for it.
Coach calls a timeout there. Coach Jason Lawson said that would be a very risky call to go for it here. So Cherokee's going to call a timeout with 2:05 left in the first half.
It's 21-0, Sullivan South over Cherokee, and we'll be back with more Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers after this.
I'm Casey Getz.
I'm Heather Williams.
And I'm Steve Wilmuth of ESPN Tri-Cities and TriCitiesSports.com.
Think you can outpick the experts this season? Go to the Prep Pick'em contest page at WCYB.com to enter your picks each week. At the end of the season, the player with the most correct picks will get a $500 gift card, compliments of Food City. Join us for Prep Picks every Wednesday on Fox 39 News at 10.
Prep Picks is sponsored by Food City.
Can you outsmart Casey Getz? That's the question of the night. I'm guessing maybe yes.
Well, I did go 5-0 in week 1.
Oh, so then I'll guess no. 5-0. Can you beat 5-0? Sign up online and beat Casey. All the kids.
Beginner's luck, though. I'm sure it's all going to be all downhill from here.
So the Chiefs have thought about things and said, you know what? That punting deal is probably not a bad deal. So that's what they're going to do. Nick Sumter's going to boot it away. It's a high punt toward the middle of the field. It's going to roll forever because nobody's back there for Sullivan South. It'll roll down to about the 35-yard line. We'll be first down and 10 with about a minute 54 left. Coming up, of course, we've got the Friendship Ford halftime report. It's just stock full of information and good stuff for you to watch. We'll have some stats and highlights of the first half and a lot more features, and all that's coming up on the Friendship Ford halftime report. Right now, we got a minute 54, and does South have enough time to keep the ball on the ground and score a touchdown?
They might have to put it in the air unless they break off some big runs here, but this is a good chance to work on the 2-minute drill. You know, minute 54, you got 2 timeouts. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Good practice here in the 2-minute drill.
Bergeron's going to put it up, a little screen throw. It's Jennings breaking 1 tackle, and then he's tossed out of bounds at about the 40. And, of course, we've got the drive of the game, the Toyota drive of the game. That's coming up later, of course. We'll pick, our panel of experts will pick a Toyota drive of the game, and we'll award that in the 4th quarter. That's coming up later here on Friday Night Rivals.
Rebels trying to go for the screen there on first down, and they picked up 5 yards. They did get out of bounds, though, so the clock did stop.
Bergeron's like, just let me run the ball. 2nd down and about 5. 3 wide receivers to the left this time. And there's nobody over there covering. They've got a receiver uncovered. But instead they run the ball, and it's going to work for a first down as they blaze down the right sidelines. Good run there by number 5, Eli Jennings, just ripping off a nice first down run, a Toyota first down.
They run to the short side of the field, and Jennings with a huge hole there. The lineman doing a great job. And once again, he gets out of bounds. That stops the clock. The ball is now at the Cherokee 46-yard line. So far, they've only taken 13 seconds off the clock here in 2 plays.
Things have worked to perfection so far for Sullivan South. Bergeron gets the snap. He's going to hand off again. Jennings again to the right side. This time, though, the Chiefs are up to the challenge.
Somebody lost a shoe down there on the field.
You don't have to sit out if you lose a shoe, just a helmet, right?
Yeah, just a helmet.
So they'll let you play without shoes. They just won't let you play without a helmet. That's the rules. Back in my day. All right. Let's see. They're trying to figure things out. Oh, personal foul. Oh, this is going to tack some more yardage on. Another first down. It'll be a Toyota first down thanks to this personal foul.
.24 on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
The referee making the motion there to the head like it was a targeting call maybe on Landon Jackson. So number 24. We'll take a look here at the replay and see number 24.
Oh, okay. Maybe. He was already down. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but 15 yards anyway for the Rebels.
First down, Bergeron on the rollout. He'll throw it up. He's got a receiver out there, and it's going to be another touchdown. That's number 12, Blake Kendler. Nice grab.
It's a Toyota touchdown here, and that is the 4th touchdown of the first half for Bergeron, his first throwing of the season, and Candler was wide open on this one, and a really good possession here, a 2-minute drill for the Rebels.
You probably noticed on that Toyota replay that Bergeron, instead of trying to drill that ball, since it was so wide open, he just floated it out there as Icino makes the extra point. And it's 28-0 with a minute 11 left here before halftime. One more time. Watch this, Kate. Watch how he puts some air under this ball and lets the receiver just run under it. This is a smart play. Wide open for the touchdown.
those are the ones as a receiver you're always the most nervous about because there's nobody around. You're just waiting for that one. It's almost like you're looking at it in the movies when it's a roll of toilet paper coming at you here. You're just waiting and waiting for it to come. Good job by Candler to just follow that ball into his hands. And
a senior that won't forget about that touchdown. So Bergeron tonight, 3 rushing touchdowns and a throwing touchdown as he continues to work his way toward the TV5 Player of the Week award. It's going to be tough to beat.
He is making an excellent case so far. In fact, Blake Candler actually talked to his dad before the game. He came up to me and he wanted to make sure that we knew that his son's last name was Candler. He said a lot of people say just Chandler. I think there's an H in there and there's not, but Dad, they didn't know if his son was going to catch a touchdown tonight or not, but so far we have not called him Chandler. We called him Blake Candler, so.
You made him famous.
Yep.
The Rebels will kick it off. Complete control of this ball game, 28-0. Iceno will kick it off. And again, back deep for the Chiefs will be Price.
PJ, that scoring drive was 4 plays, 65 yards, just 43 seconds as Iceno puts that one into the end zone. So with 1:11 left here, if you're a Cherokee, you got 2 timeouts, you're down 28-0. You are going to get the ball to start the second half. I think at this point, you might as well try and do something here. I mean, you're down 28-0. I don't see a point just to kind of run it and run out the first half here and they try and make something happen. Of course, the clock stops on first downs. You have 2 timeouts, so maybe call something safe early in the passing game. See if you get a first down, then really you can kind of go for it after that.
We've talked about Jones showing off a good arm tonight. Instead, they're going to hand it straight off to Price. He'll get a couple. And that clock's just going to continue to tick down. Perhaps Coach Lawson saying, you know, it's 28-0. We don't want to turn it over and make it 35-0. Let's just take things one day at a time here.
Certainly Sullivan South, they have 2 timeouts left, but they seem content to let this clock run and take a 28-0 lead into halftime. Maybe, depending on what happens here on second down, maybe Coach Hilton will call a timeout.
Down to 37 seconds and counting. Another straight handoff to Price. This side on the left side, he's got a little bit of running room, and it's going to be his best run of the night as he gets close to a first down.
Price did run out of bounds, so that will stop the clock. I believe he is just a little bit short of the first down. Nice run, though. As you mentioned, PJ, his best run of the night so far. Breaks 1 tackle, and then Eli Jones there to meet him as he pushes him out of bounds.
Now, Price is not a big fella. He's pretty quick, but he's not big. So when you get that big defensive line of Sullivan South, it's just hard for him to break a tackle because these guys are big, strong. They can throw you down to the ground.
Cherokee's going to call a timeout here. Coach Lawson going to use his second of the half here on 3rd and 2.
And we're about 26 seconds away from halftime. Again, we've got the Friendship Ford halftime report coming up. We'll have some special features, let you know a little more about both these schools. And we're going to take a little break here for
This is the motion. The Volunteer Falcons versus the David Crockett Pioneers. Friday at 7 on Fox 39 WEMT. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your local Toyota dealer.
And, of course, Casey, David Crockett next week features maybe the top recruit we've ever had. Everybody in the world's recruited this kid.
Yeah, Prince Colley, of course, he did commit to Notre Dame, but really excited. We were in Jonesboro last year when they played Science Hill, and they lit up the scoreboard in that one. In fact, those 2 teams actually playing tonight in Johnson City this time, but really excited to see Prince Colley live and in person next week, and that'll be the first region game as well for Volunteer and Crockett. So looking forward to being in Jonesboro next Friday night, PJ.
Right now, we're in Rogersville where it's 3rd down. Key play for the Chiefs. And they're going to run it. Price is going to get the first down as he gets his way over the 35-yard line. Again, another good run by Trent Price. That's 2 in a row.
And a Toyota first down for the Chiefs. 21 seconds left. He did get out of bounds, so the clock will stop. They only have 1 timeout left, and the ball's at the 36. So Not a lot of time here. They're going to have to take a pretty good shot here if they want to try and get on the board here in these final few seconds of the first half.
The Big Red Valley hoping for a score before halftime. Price is going to air it out again down the right side. Again, it's Preston McNally out there, but the ball is picked off as the Rebels defense stops this drive.
That was Blake Candler with the interception. He just had the touchdown. Now he comes up with the interception with 14 seconds left and quite a first half there for Mr. Candler. The touchdown, now an interception. Cherokee really, no choice with only 21 seconds left, and you got to take a chance here. So
Candler played that perfectly. He cut McNally off, put himself between McNally and the ball, and really the only recourse was interception.
I would expect Sullivan South here to maybe just run this here. Maybe if they break one, then call a timeout here. But they're about 73 yards from the end zone with 14 seconds.
Bergeron's just going to take a knee, let that clock tick down, and that is going to be the final play here in the first half in Rogersville. It's been all Sullivan South. 3 running touchdowns by Bergeron and another throwing touchdown, 28-0. South leads Cherokee. Coming up, the Friendship Ford halftime report. But before that, we're going to touch base with one of the coaches.
It looks like we're going to talk to Cherokee head coach Jason Lawson first here, as his team's going to look to regroup here at halftime.
What do you say if you're Jason Lawson? You know, we're going to ask him.
Hello.
Hey, Coach, this is Casey up in the booth. Obviously, offensively here, you guys have been really struggling. What can you do in the second half to get some rhythm offensively? You do get the kickoff here.
We've got to go in here and make some adjustments. Of course, obviously, South's been doing a great job defensively, and we're just going to have to go in here and see if we can change our game plan up a little bit and see if we can find something that's going to work a little bit better.
Coach, this is PJ in the booth. Bergeron, the big quarterback for South, has really just kind of bullied your defensive line. Is there anything you can do to stop him?
We're gonna work on that too. We got some adjustments to make on both sides of the ball. We've got to hunker down a little bit better in the line. Right now, we're going to have to go in here and regroup, hit the reset button, and take the kickoff and hopefully gain some momentum.
All right, Coach, we're going to let you get in the locker room. Thank you so much for joining us here at halftime. Good luck in the second half. So,
all right, thank you.
Jason Lawson, thank you so much. Sullivan South leads Cherokee 28-0. Still to come, the Friendship Ford halftime report. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
We've got the new Lexus to fit your life and your style.
Drive a new ES350 for only $359 a month.
Nothing else feels quite like a Lexus.
And nothing else feels like the buying experience at Lexus of Kingsport, where our commitment to you sets us apart.
Cynthia Bundren Jackson Realty in Rogersville makes the buying and selling process easy. Check out this luxury listing on Lookout Mountain Road in Granger County. This 6-bedroom, 5-bath property features 3,600 square feet of living space, a 4-level deck with scenic views of Cherokee Lake and the Great Smoky Mountains, a heated saltwater pool and hot tub, top-line appliances, and much, much more. For a private showing of this home or any other properties on the market, call Cynthia Bundren Jackson Realty today.
Cut to the Chase by Jersey Mike's.
Thank you, Jake. Have a great day.
Thank you. Be a sub above.
For 85 years, Citizens Bank has focused on you, the local people and businesses in the communities we serve. Locally owned, the bank makes decisions here, not in Nashville, New York, or Atlanta. We support our communities. Citizens Bank Stadium is one of the many projects we're proud of. In person or online at citizensbank24.com.
At Citizens Bank, supporting our neighbors and businesses and their successes is a priority, and it will continue to be a priority in the future.
Here's to 85 more years helping you with your financial needs.
This summer, get back in the driver's seat. Your Honda dealer is open and ready to get you into a new Honda today. Like the versatile HR-V or the fun-to-drive CR-V. Visit the Honda Summer Clearance Event and get a great deal from Honda, KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Brand. Get a great deal on the CR-V at the Honda Summer Clearance Event today.
Welcome to the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. Friendship Ford is the regional Ford headquarters with the largest selection of F-Series trucks from Knoxville to Roanoke.
It is halftime here in Rogersville, and it's been all Sullivan South. 28-0 over Cherokee. Ethan Bergeron with 3 running touchdowns and a throwing touchdown, Case.
Yeah, first game of the season for the Rebels, PJ. They look like in mid-season form. Dominant first half. They scored 4 of their 5 possessions, if you're not counting the lead they took down there at the end of the first half.
So it's been all South so far, but now it's time to talk with one of our sponsors. Here's our good buddy, Steve Smith.
This September, Food City is proud to participate in Food Marketing Institute's Family Meals Month. We encourage families to have one more meal together each week. Families that sit down together communicate better and bond better. Plus, having a meal at home is also a healthier way to eat. Food City FMI Family Meals Month this September, and we hope you'll participate.
And that is the Cherokee Chief Band on the field. We talked about the Chiefs earlier, Casey, practicing social distancing by staying left of the end zone on the track so that they could perform tonight.
Yeah, you know, one thing this year, PJ, in high school football has changed. The bands, the visiting bands are not allowed to come to the game. So for Cherokee and all these bands, they're only going to get 5 performances at a game this year. Last week they were on the road. They were not able to go. So this is their first opportunity to perform. And these band kids, they put in just as much work as the football players do. So good to see them here out on the field.
And we listened to our viewers. They said, hey, could you show a little more band action at halftime? So I'm going to be quiet here, and you can enjoy the band for a minute or so. You were watching the Cherokee Chiefs Band performing at halftime. Time now for the NECC Educator Spotlight. Sullivan South. Here's Olivia Bailey.
This is your Northeast State Community College Educator Spotlight. We have Anthony Richardson here with us for this spotlight. He is the athletic director for Sullivan South High School. Anthony, thank you so much for joining us to talk a little bit about the education kind of going on. It's a very different time for many student athletes across our region. Can you just talk about that and how athletes are kind of handling the balance of virtual education as well as, you know, getting this time in on the field or on the court?
The virtual side of it's, you know, totally new for all of us. I know we had a couple of weeks of that here at South. The kids seem to do pretty well with that. This past Monday, we started our hybrid schedule where we brought half of our students' population to the school. And then the other half were at home doing virtual at the same time. So it's a little stressful, I guess, for a lot of the teachers as well. Trying to make sure that they had the in-class kids on task as well as those online.
And it seems like students are starting to adapt to that over the past couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, the Zoom part with our athlete, especially our football guys, they got to Zoom a lot and do a lot of their practices online whenever we were locked down a little bit earlier in the season. So it was adjustment for them, and I think their transition into the Zoom part of it. It's like I said, it's a learning process, and we'll get better at it with anything you do. The more you do it, the better you're going to get.
Well, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. I know you guys have been busy selling tickets, some of those season passes, and kind of getting ready for this football season. So thank you so much.
Tonight's Educator Spotlight is presented by Northeast State Community College. We're here to get you there.
Ethan Bergeron with a huge first half, 3 running touchdowns and a throwing touchdown. Sullivan South leads 28-0, and we'll have more of the Friendship Ford halftime report after this.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota. Go to the lake or go on a hike. Catch some air or some fish. Drive off-road or drive to your Toyota dealer and get a great clearance deal. Now lease a rugged Tacoma for just $209 a month, or get $1,000 customer cash on the legendary 4Runner, or $2,250 on the powerful Tundra. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
Are you looking for a new or used auto, RV, or boat? ECU knows choosing the right financing option is important, and we can customize a loan to fit most budgets and lifestyles. Need a new ride? We got a loan for that. Ready for some fun? We got a loan for that. Want to social distance and style? We got a loan for that. So wherever life takes you, we've got a loan for that. And even that.
Since 1987, East Tennessee Iron and Metal is your leading industrial scrap metal recycler from Knoxville to Abingdon. Our staff is committed to optimizing your daily scrap metal needs. From our sales team to our drivers, we're here for you every step of the way with reliable professional service and consistent quality. We are committed to supporting your needs quickly and efficiently. That's East Tennessee Iron and Metal off Highway 66 in Bulls Gap, or visit us online at easttniron.com.
Friendship Ford of Bristol, home of the no-charge lifetime warranty and the $5,000 best price guarantee. That's right, we're so confident we can beat any price on any new Ford F-150 or any other model we sell, including the legendary Ford Mustang and Ford Raptor. We're going to put our money where our mouth is and offer you $5,000 if you can find a better deal. So shop FriendshipFord.com to find the best selection of F-Series trucks, hands down the best prices, and get award-winning customer service. Nobody beats Friendship Ford of Bristol. Never have, never will. We're dealing.
You're watching the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. Friendship Ford is the regional Ford headquarters with the largest selection of F-Series trucks from Knoxville to Roanoke.
Welcome back, everyone. P.J. Johnson along with Casey Getz. It's been all Sullivan South so far, Casey.
Yeah, Coach Hilton probably telling his guys at halftime here, just do what you're doing. We're going to talk to him here coming up a little bit later.
Certainly are. But right now, it's the Holston Medical Group Scholar Athlete.
Holston Medical Group is proud to recognize our scholar athletes, celebrating excellence in athletics and academics.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Campbell, a family and sports medicine physician with Holston Medical Group here in Bristol, and I'm honored to announce this week's scholar athletes. Lance Pollock from Sullivan South High School and Katie Biggs from Cherokee High School. On behalf of HMG, I want to congratulate you both on your outstanding performance, both in the classroom and on the field. Congratulations, Lance and Katie.
As a three-sport athlete, including a two-time captain of the football team, that only tells part of the story for Lance Pollock.
I kind of approach school the same way I approach sports, the same mentality that I'm going to show up and do my best every single day.
Pollock carries a 4.39 GPA while being a part of clubs on campus and volunteering in the community.
I try to stay involved with all things like involved in the school, whether that's cleaning up the campus, the trunk or treat we had for the little kids. I like to help out the younger kids.
Pollock credits the importance of hard work back to his parents and older brother.
My parents have pushed me from day one to do my best in everything I do, whether that's school or sports.
Although Pollock isn't sure what he wants to do for a career in the future, he's leaning toward following in his brother's footsteps and becoming an engineer.
Is one of the best throwers in the country, but it actually took some convincing for her to take up the sport.
This is my 6th year throwing, and I did play travel softball for 2 years, and my dad told me, hey, you should give this a try just to see if you'd like it. And I tried it, and I fell in love with it, and ever since then, it's been my thing.
Biggs is an All-American in the hammer throw, All-State in the discus and shot put. She also carries a 4.0 while keeping involved in the community through the Beta Club.
I love helping people. I really, truly do. I love people of all ages, and I want to be a nurse, and I think that really will help me in the long run.
Obviously, to win this award, you're a really good student, so how do you balance that? I mean, the hours, especially in season, have got to be crazy.
Yeah, so in season, I'm probably practicing or working out probably about 3 hours a day, and I sacrifice a lot, especially I take my studies very seriously. I sacrifice a lot, like I said. I have to do what I got to do, and I always prioritize my studies.
All of HMG's scholar athletes have the opportunity to compete for a $5,000 scholarship to be awarded at the end of the season. The Volunteer Falcons and the David Crockett Pioneers are Toyota's Friday night rivals. Friday at 7 on Fox 39 WEMT. Join News 5 Sports' Casey Getz and PJ Johnson as they bring you live game coverage of some of the biggest and oldest football rivalries in the region.
Such a simple word, but a not-so-simple thing. Life is beautiful, but fragile. It's the ebb and flow of time and a reminder that nothing is forever. It connects us and gives meaning. It's joy and pain. Life is unpredictable, but essential.
I am your health partner for life.
For life.
For life.
For life.
HMG is your health partner for life.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
We've never been so ready for summer. Your Honda dealer is open and ready to get you into a new Honda today. Like the sporty Civic or the sophisticated Accord. Visit the Honda Summer Clearance Event and get a great deal from Honda, KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Brand. Get a great deal on the Civic Sedan at the Honda Summer Clearance Event today.
Coal, hard work, family. These are things that make our region unique and must never forget where we came from. From our humble roots during the coal boom years, through floods, recessions, and reroutes of major roads, Legacy Bank has remained strong because you have remained strong. So stop by and let us repay the favor by helping you build the legacy your family deserves. Visit us online at mylegacybank.net. Legacy Bank, your bank, your future. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
You're watching the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. Friendship Ford is the regional Ford headquarters with the largest selection of F-Series trucks from Knoxville to Roanoke.
The first half dominated by Sullivan South. They lead it 28-0. Time now for the NECC Educator Spotlight, this time on Cherokee. Here's Olivia Bailey.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals. We have your Northeast State Community College Educator Spotlight. Now we're talking to Cherokee High School's principal, David Kenner. David, thank you so much for being with us. You have had a busy year so far, even with the school year just starting. Virtual education, but you all are able to utilize some services there with tutoring and bringing kids in. Talk to me just a little bit about how you all are navigating a new learning system under COVID.
Well, I think it's a learning experience for everybody right now. The silver lining in this whole thing is that it's happening not just in Northeast Tennessee, but all over our state and all over our country. And so we're in the process right now of working through our red phase through September the 11th. Basically, we can have up to 25% of kids that we are inviting in to see their teachers for tutoring and things of that nature from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. But our teachers are also following synchronously Monday through Thursday, their normal schedules with all of their other kids. And then on Fridays, an asynchronous day. We've set aside some time there to have faculty meetings, district meetings, things of that nature. And then in the afternoon, we've given teachers just kind of like a do not disturb time to catch up on all their emails, phone calls, and sort of wrap everything up for the week, get ready for the weekend.
Mr. Kenner, thank you so much for everything that you and your staff is doing there. I know it's a bit of a challenge, but we are so proud of all of our educators that are working so hard right now.
We really appreciate that. Thank you so much for having us today.
Tonight's Educator Spotlight is presented by Northeast State Community College. We're here to get you there.
Justin Hilton is the coach of the Sullivan South Rebels. Justin, you played at Sullivan South. You told us earlier this week you didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare. This offense has been magnificent, and your quarterback has been perfect under center.
Yeah, we came out, we started hot. That's what we were hoping to do. Our offensive line was really pushing them off the football, and when you can do that, you know, it opens everything else up for you.
Coach, defensively, you give up 1 first down, and really, to me, Jacob Bradley, Eli Topping really stood out. What did you like about your defense in the first half?
Well, I think Coach Rose being very aggressive with those guys. We feel like we got a good one in the middle with Eli Topping. If we can funnel everything back into him, and if our guys keep pursuing to the football, I really like the energy that we're playing with, and it's going to be important that we come right out here at the half and get a stop early on and hopefully don't give them any momentum.
Coach, one final question for you. The second half, it's easy to get too confident. Are you going to keep it up with this offense?
You have to. I think that defensively we need to come out and get a stop, and offensively we got to play like it's 0-0 and come out and hopefully be firing on all cylinders.
All right, that's Coach Justin Hilton of Sullivan South. Good luck in the second half, Coach. Thanks for joining us here on the Friendship Ford Halftime Report.
Thank you.
You're working hard to keep your business moving forward. With Compulse Integrated Marketing, you can reach new customers and get results. We work with businesses across America, but we have experts right here. There are new ways to reach your customers with video, digital, and social advertising, and we're experts in all of them. Our solutions are affordable and they work. Compulse Integrated Marketing. Reach new customers and get results. Contact us right now. Let's partner together and keep your business moving forward.
Thanks for watching the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. Friendship Ford is the regional Ford headquarters with the largest selection of F-Series trucks from Knoxville to Roanoke.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota and save big with this just-announced lease on a stylish new 2021 Corolla. Now just $179 a month. Get $2,000 customer cash off your best deal on remaining new 2020 Camrys. Or you can get 0% financing for 60 months. And Camry leases start at just $209 a month. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
Are you looking for a new or used auto, RV, or boat? ECU knows choosing the right financing option is important, and we can customize a loan to fit most budgets and lifestyles. Need a new ride? We got a loan for that. Ready for some fun? We got a loan for that. Want to social distance and style? We got a loan for that. So wherever life takes you, we've got a loan for that. Can I drive?
No.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
Not going fast enough. Just done with that.
We've got the new Lexus to fit your life and your style.
Come check out the RX 350, one of our top-selling models.
Nothing else feels quite like a Lexus.
And nothing else feels like the buying experience at Lexus of Kingsport, where our commitment to you sets us apart.
Welcome back to Rogersville as we're wrapping up the last half of the Friendship Ford Halftime Report. That's the Sky 5 drone. Great shot of the home stands here, looking back on Cherokee High School. Time now for a look at the first half highlights. Casey, Bergeron had the half you dream of.
First game of the season for the junior quarterback. A big run on the first possession here for Bergeron. That was just a harbinger of things that come. Here he is for the touchdown. That made it 7-0 Rebels, and they kept it on the ground after their defense doing their part here. Gave up 1 first down in the first half. Eli Topping, number 1. He's been everywhere for the Rebels. And here is Eli Jennings with a nice run. Again, this Rebel ground game clicking on all cylinders. Bergeron again for a touchdown. That made it 14-0. And then Bergeron again showing some nice moves for the big guy. And here is Topping with the lead block for Bergeron. That made it 21-0 on that touchdown run. And once again, the Rebels keeping it on the ground. Here's Jennings to the outside. And then one of the few times the Rebels threw the ball in the first half. Bergeron to Blake Candler, wide open for the touchdown. And last play, there's an interception by Candler. All Rebels in the first half.
It certainly was. 28-0. And is that the moon up there? Kind of mysterious. Here's the stats. First half, Casey.
Well, we got Sullivan South with 274 total yards to 9 for Cherokee. That pretty much says it all right there. Also, that bottom category, PJ, first downs, 14-1.
That's the key stat, I think, of the first half. 14 first downs. They were able to control the ball and eat the clock, and that's why it's 28-0 Sullivan South. The Rebels will be kicking off. The Chiefs, if they're going to get back in this game, they need to do something quickly. The Big Red Valley, that's what they call it here at Cherokee. And that is not a flag of surrender. Acino will kick it off. He's been great. This one's low and returnable. Price is going to come up, snag it at the 5. He's up to the 10, to the 20, to the 25, and he'll be stopped short of the 30-yard line. So it'll be first down for the Chiefs. They're ready to go. Micah Johnson is still the quarterback. We saw Trent Price at the end of the first half have his 2 best runs of the game. They're going to need a lot of Trent Price if they want to get back in this one.
We talked to Coach Lawson there before halftime. He said they were going to have to figure out maybe a new offensive plan here, and we'll see what they come up with to start the second half.
Jones from the spread. He'll hand it off. No, he's going to keep it and get crushed by Topping. Oh, my goodness. We talked about him in the first half. This kid is dominant.
That's what Justin Hilton said. We want to funnel everything to number 1. Well, that time, number 1 went after it here. Did not bite on the handoff there, and he crushes Micah Jones.
That's your Friendship Ram replay. So it's going to be second down and long as the Chiefs are going the wrong way. Losing a couple there thanks to Topping's incredible play from linebacker. He has dominated this game on defense. And nowhere to go for that Chief running attack. I believe that was Price getting smothered. It was Price. Trent Price, who had such a huge game last week. Boy, it's been a tale of two cities, though. We want to thank all our folks out there in Facebook land for checking in tonight. I know we've got viewers from all over the country. East Coast Wings and Grill, that's the place. That's the place because they are sponsoring our Facebook Live tonight. Best wings around, East Coast Wings and Grill. Thanks, folks, for sponsoring us, and thanks for all you folks in Facebook land for watching. Third down and long for the Chiefs. Jones back to throw, and he puts it out there complete. It's going to be short of the first down, though. A good throw, and Justin Hamblin catches that with 2 hands.
I think they're saying incomplete. It hit the ground.
Oh, my goodness.
And the referee from the back came in, and you saw Justin Hilton there was motioning incomplete, and one referee said catch, but the other one came in and overruled him.
I think they finally made the right call, though. And that's going to bring up fourth down, and the Chiefs continue to struggle on offense.
We'll take a look here at the replay. Jones has some time here. Makes a good throw. And then it does fall down there. Yeah. So good job by that referee in the back to come in, make the right call.
He made a good fake catch, though. He faked us out for a second there. But the ball did pop out. So it's going to be fourth down. This band has been busy tonight. Nick Sumter is the punter, number 34. He has been busy. And we have another flag on the field. Did they take too much time?
Yeah, somebody ran on the field late there.
Prior to the snap, delay of game. Cherokee, 5-yard penalty, still fourth down.
So the Chiefs, 1 first down in the first half, and they're going backwards on their first possession. In the second half, going to have to punt, and this is what the Rebels wanted. They said they wanted to stop to get the ball back and have the offense treated like the game is 0-0. Should get pretty good field position here.
High kick. It's going to bounce. And it's going to take a good roll for the Chiefs down to the 40. And that's where Sullivan South will start it. They still lead it 28-0. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealer.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Cynthia Bundren Jackson Realty in Rogersville makes the buying and selling process easy. Check out this luxury listing on Lookout Mountain Road in Granger County. This 6-bedroom, 5-bath property features 3,600 square feet of living space, a 4-level deck with scenic views of Cherokee Lake and the Great Smoky Mountains, a heated saltwater pool and hot tub, top-line appliances, and much, much more. For a private showing of this home or any other properties on the market, call Cynthia Bundren Jackson Realty today.
Welcome back to Cherokee High School. The Sky 5 drone flying high above tonight, giving us some great shots of this beautiful facility. The Sky 5 drone powered by InPower Ford. And there is the offensive juggernaut known as the Sullivan South Rebels. They have made mincemeat of this Chief defense tonight, and that guy right there has been the leader, number 7. Ethan Bergeron. Terrific night with 3 rushing touchdowns, passing touchdown. Don't know what he did at halftime. Probably something spectacular. Bergeron will hand it off. And a big hole on the right side for Eli Jennings, who's also had a good night tonight.
Yeah, there is a flag on the play. I think he might have had a big hole potentially because of a hold there on the Rebels.
That's a good way to get a big hole. Let's see what their call is. South has really been penalty-free for the most part.
Holding. Offense. Number 58. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Good call there by Casey Getz. So, South is going to have a little more work to do as they back it up. But again, the clock is on their side, and so is the score, 28-0. They're able to eat off large amounts of this clock with this running game. Bergeron's going to roll. He's going to throw it up, and it's complete. To number 15, Hayden Wampler. He'll be close to the first down, but not quite.
Yeah, first time we've called Caden Wampler's name tonight. He gets his first catch of the season. Nice game there on first and long.
I really like the way Bergeron throws the ball. Look at that little flick of the wrist. That's all you need. And great catch there by Wampler as he puts his head down to get a couple extra yards. That's your Friendship Ram replay. So now it's manageable. Second down. They got a lot of that yardage back. I expect Bergeron just to keep it on the ground now. He'll fake the handoff, and now he does hand it off. And a big run over the right side. That's Jennings following his blockers, cutting back for a first down. That is a nice run there. Bank of Tennessee first down for the Sullivan South Rebels.
Yeah, take a look here. This is kind of what they did on 2 plays ago, and they had the holding. This time, no holding play. Good job by those receivers out front. Great blocking there by Brody Ratliff and company, allowing Jennings to stretch it outside and pick up a nice game. Jennings really complimenting
prior to the snap. Encroachment. Defense, number 54, or 74 rather. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Still first down. The hardest words in football to hear when you're the defensive coordinator. Still first down.
It's a good job by Bergeron mixing up the snap count. You do that in case his defensive linemen are trying to guess it and hear a rhythm, always the same cadence. A good job by Bergeron mixing it up. He gets a free 5 yards.
Bergeron with another straight handoff and another big run by Eli Jennings.
Still running there. I don't know if he was down.
They did not blow the whistle, and Jennings continues to run.
Touchdown.
And they're going to give him the touchdown. What a play. We're going to have to look at that again on the Friendship Ram replay to see what exactly happened.
Jennings never stopped on that one there. Credit to him. We'll look here in the replay and see if that was the right call or not here, but good holes, at least at first look. I thought it was the right call, that he never went down.
He spins here. Look at his knee. He gets out of that one. He spins.
He's on top of the defender.
He's on the defender. His knee never goes down. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Great work by our camera crew to show that his knee never went down. The whistle wasn't blown. They tell you to keep running until you hear the whistle. And the point after was good while I was yakking there. So it's 34-0 now. 35-0 now, actually. There we go. 35-0, Sullivan South. Man, you're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers. Yeah. I think he actually...
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota. Go to the lake or go on a hike. Catch some air or some fish. If you want to drive the green or just drive down the road, drive Toyota. Now get $1,500 customer cash on the last of the adventurous RAV4s or $1,000 on RAV4 hybrids. Or lease a RAV4 LE for just $199 a month. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
Happy Saturday.
It's Saturday?
It's Saturday.
And you're here?
Yep, Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m.?
7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
12 hours a day, 6 days a week?
That's right. I'm like an ATM, but better.
Yeah, because you're a teller.
Exactly. I'm a teller.
Drive-Through Plus, exclusively from Bank of Tennessee.
This financial literacy tip is brought to you by Citizens Bank.
On behalf of all of us at Citizens Bank, we hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast of East Tennessee High School football. Tonight's tip is your credit report. Have you thought about how important a credit report is in today's society? Sure, you need one to have a good car loan rate. You need one for a good home loan rate. But did you know also it affects your insurance rates? It also affects maybe if you're a new employee being hired. It also affects whether or not you get one of these or not. Is your credit protected? Always pay on time. Check it online to make sure that you have a good credit report and never overborrow. Thanks. Let's get back to football.
To learn more about Citizens Bank, go to citizensbank24.com or come by one of our convenient locations.
And welcome back to Rogersville. Big ups to Scotty Liston, who got us that great camera angle showing that the knee was never down. Ready for the Toyota kickoff. And Casey, while we're kicking off here, I want you to explain what happens, because you know the rules in and out in high school football when you lead 35-0.
Well, you're leading 35-0 in the second half. It is a running clock, so unless there is an injury or a timeout, the clock will continue to run for the entire second half until, if Cherokee were to score and make it a 28-point game or even a field goal, then it would go back to normal football rules with the clock. But until then, the clock will run other than for an injury or timeout. PJ, that last scoring drive for the Rebels, 3 plays, 60 yards, and Mr. Eli Jennings had 49 of those, including that great run there with not giving up on the play. He knew his knee was not down. He kept going.
Yeah, that's the way they coach you, and that's the way you play. Nobody knows the rules like Casey gets. Thank you, Casey, for that explanation. First down, Chiefs. They need to get on the board. Oh, they're crushed again. Is that Topping? No, it's somebody else this time.
That's Blake Candler. I mean, he has been everywhere. He's got the trifecta: a touchdown catch, an interception, now a sack. So he has given Bergeron a run for his money here. Look at the Friendship Ram replay and coming on a corner blitz, and Micah Jones never had a chance, and Blake Candler's had himself a heck of a game.
Sullivan South keeping the pressure on. 35-0. Clock continues to run. Second down and a half mile for the Chiefs. They may need to saddle up Renegade to get this one. There's a little completion, I should say. Almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Still going to be third down and long.
Nice little wide receiver screen to Justin Hamblin there for Cherokee. And you mentioned PJ, he got about almost all those yards back that were lost on the sack. It's still going to be 3rd and 11 or 12 here for Cherokee's offense.
This third quarter is going to zoom by because that clock running, the way South runs the ball, it's not going to take any time at all to play if the Chiefs don't score. And right now, that's going to be a tall task. 3rd down and long. Jones has had a long night, but he's looked good at times. Got a lively arm. He's going to drop back deep, throw it deep. Off the hands as a receiver. It's going to be 4th down. Yeah, the South defense has been so impressive, Casey. Let's take a closer look.
I mean, really, they have had guys all over the field. I mean, Eli Topping, #1, is one of them. And you see here him and Gage Durham, on the block, and then just a host of tacklers all over the place. They just gave up 1 first down in the first half. There is Eli Topping once again, and they have yet to give up a first down here in the second half. Lights out performance by the Rebel defense.
We mentioned at the start of the show, only 39 players in uniform for Sullivan South because they don't travel with freshmen and sophomores on the JV team just to prevent the spread of COVID. It's a smart thing to do, but it does make it a little dicey because it's a human night. Kids are getting tired, but Sullivan South must be in great shape because they have not slowed down. Their defense has been spectacular. Now it's 4th down. They'll punt it away, and South calls for the fair catch at the 40-yard line. The Rebels, offensive juggernaut, will be back on the field. It's 35-0 right now. Sullivan South on top of Cherokee.
There was a flag on the play. The referees are going to have a discussion. Mentioned Sullivan South, PJ. Next week, they're going to go home for their first home game of the season against Granger. That is a region game. Cherokee, they're going to stay at home next week and play Morristown East. So we've got a personal foul. Face mask. So Coach Hilton getting the explanation on what happened.
Coach Hilton, as we mentioned, grew up idolizing guys like Ralph Nelson, Jeremy Osborne, some of those great teams of the 90s at Sullivan South. He's a Sullivan South guy through and through. And I asked him, what's it going to be like next year when there's no Death Valley? Because when you think of Sullivan South, you think of their legendary field, Death Valley. And he told us he thinks it's going to be the middle school field next year.
During the kick, personal foul, face mask, 62 on the defense, 15-yard penalty results in a first down.
Hey, offense.
Oh, how about that? A first down. That's one way to get a first down. Let the other team give it to you. So the Chief offense back out on the field. Justin Hilton wanting a little bit more of an explanation on that call. Here comes that South defense. They were blitzing, but this time Jones finds an opening. Parker Bailey there with that reception. One of the more positive plays of the night for the Cherokee Chiefs. It looked like an all-out blitz for South. Look at the replay here. Friendship Rams see the blitz come in. That left Parker wide open, and there he goes. Parker Bailey with a nice reception and a first down.
Aiden Webb had a nice block on the outside for Cherokee to help spring that play on the Bank of Tennessee first down for the Chiefs. They've been few and far between, though, for this offense tonight.
Here's Price, and he's corralled in the backfield. We've talked about that Sullivan South defense. Price has had nowhere to go tonight.
That was Noah Drum right there on the tackle for the Rebels.
Don't forget, we got the Toyota Drive of the Game coming up later in the fourth quarter. The Toyota Drive of the Game. Casey will be presenting that with our panel of experts to pick the Drive of the Game. We've got plenty of drives from Sullivan South to select from, I suppose. Micah Jones, still the quarterback, got his team on the move. Their best drive of the night with a little help from Sullivan South. Jones throws it up, and it's going to be incomplete off the hands of his intended receiver.
So again, if you're Wondering why the clock is running in high school football. If it's a 35-point lead or more in the second half, the clock runs. So that is why even on incompletions or when there's penalties, the clock continues to run.
There's no 2-minute warning, nothing like that. So we're down under 2 minutes now. Jason Lawson looking on. Got a late call. Would you like to coach football? He said, yes, I'll do it. Jones trying to load it up, but there's that South defense all over him again. Another sack for the Rebels.
That's Noah Drumright again. Just called his name a minute ago. This time he gets a sack. And this defense just relentless here. Drumright going through 3 would-be blockers for the sack. The Friendship Ram replay and trying to catch his breath after all the running. He did that one to get to Micah Jones.
So it's going to be a 4th down for the Chiefs. This time they will punt it away. Nick Sumter back to punt. He has been busy tonight, number 34. His leg's going to be sore tomorrow. Another sky-high punt down the middle of the field. Again, South just lets it roll, and that is going to roll down to the 10-yard line. What a great punt by number 34, Nick Sumter.
Now with that clock running, the Sullivan South will not have to run a play before the quarter runs out. You see Coach Hilton waving his guys over, and he's going to let this clock expire and take them down to the other end of the field.
Wow. You can watch that clock kick down as well. Tick, tick, tick. 35-0. Sullivan South leads Cherokee after 3 quarters. When we come back, it'll be the 4th and final quarter of play from Rogersville. You're watching Friday Night Rivals. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers and the Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford.
Since 1987, East Tennessee Iron and Metal is your leading industrial scrap metal recycler from Knoxville to Abingdon. Our staff is committed to optimizing your daily scrap metal needs. From our sales team to our drivers, we're here for you every step of the way. With reliable professional service and consistent quality, we are committed to supporting your needs quickly and efficiently. That's East Tennessee Iron and Metal, off Highway 66 in Bulls Gap. Or visit us online at easttniron.com.
For 85 years, Citizens Bank has focused on you, the local people and businesses in the communities we serve. Locally owned, the bank makes decisions here, not in Nashville, New York, or Atlanta. We support our communities. Citizens Bank Stadium is one of the many projects we're proud of. In person or online at citizensbank24.com.
At Citizens Bank, supporting our neighbors and businesses and their successes is a priority, and it will continue to be a priority in the future.
Here's to 85 more years helping you with your financial needs.
Friendship Ford of Bristol, home of the no-charge lifetime warranty and the $5,000 best price guarantee. That's right, we're so confident we can beat any price on any new Ford F-150 or any other model we sell, including the legendary Ford Mustang and Ford Raptor. We're going to put our money where our mouth is and offer you $5,000 if you can find a better deal. So shop FriendshipFord.com to find the best selection of F-Series trucks, hands down the best prices, and get award-winning customer service. Nobody beats Friendship Ford of Bristol. Never have, never will. We're dealing.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your local Toyota dealer.
It has been a hot and humid night in Rogersville, but nothing hotter than this Sullivan South offense. They put 35 points on the board, but looking for more. The clock is running, and that man right there, Ethan Bergeron, has had the night of his career.
You wonder how much longer he's going to be in the game with a 35-0 lead. Could be his last possession.
Bergeron's going to throw it. And it's complete out in the left flank. It's his little receiver out there, breaks a couple of tackles, and man, he just jetted down the line. Who was that, Casey?
That was Lance Pollock, who is the Scholar Athlete this week for the Rebels as well. Picks up a Toyota first down. First time we've called his name today. And a little quick throw from Bergeron, and this will pad his stats here on the passing yard. Just throw it out there and then let Pollock, man, he is fast. He gets tripped up. But that was a gain of 26 yards there. And really, PJ, Sullivan South, just like every team, there were no 7-on-7s. There were no jamborees or scrimmages. So, I mean, this is the time maybe to work on the passing game a little bit. When you're up 35-0, it's a running clock. So even if it's incomplete, it's not going to lengthen this game here.
That's a good point. And now there's a run up the middle. That looked like Eli Jennings again. No, I'm sorry, it was not. That was Damian McLean, number 25. We haven't called his name tonight.
Yeah, I would maybe venture to guess that Eli Jennings, his night running the ball could likely be over.
Yeah. We're going to see some new faces in here. Yeah, Bergeron's have been so terrific tonight. We've compiled some of his best runs. Casey, talk about it.
Well, there have been a lot of them here. This one was the first touchdown of the game, and you can't tackle him up high at 6'3", 247. Here's another one. He did lose his helmet a couple times in the first half. There was another one to make it 14-0. We're back to live action here. And
South has another first down. Bank of Tennessee first down. Actually, that was a Toyota first down. We cashed out the bank in the third quarter.
So these Rebels looking very good, PJ, in their opener. I mentioned they're going to have their first home game next week against Granger. A lot of teams in the area play region games in week number 3, so certainly a big week in Cherokee. Of course, a little anomaly, the first game, they don't know what's coming. Their second game, they play against South, who this is their first game. Then next week, Cherokee plays Morristown East, and they haven't played yet either this year. They were out the first 2 weeks because of COVID.
It's been such a weird year because of COVID, but imagine these kids getting the chance to play while their fellow athletes just across the state line in Virginia are watching this game tonight, wishing they could play. It's such a tough situation all the way around.
And Coach Hilton told us when we talked to him earlier in the week, he said the day before that South was shut down in the preseason, the quarantine, he said, we told the guys, practice like this is your last practice. And he's like, it was almost prophetic because later that day they were told that somebody had tested positive, so they had to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And yet they have really been impressive tonight in their debut. They've gotten a lot of work done in a short amount of time. And there's a fumble. Oh, but I believe South has jumped back on it. Again, I believe that was McLean who lost control of it. And
he didn't fall on it, though. Yeah, so that is good there. Maybe a little tough exchange there between Bergeron and McLean, but McLean did fall on it. Here we'll take a look at the Toyota replay.
They put it right in the basket.
McLean may have been looking to see where he was going to go without securing the ball, but he did fall on it and retain possession for the Rebels. It's 3rd and 5. Bergeron tried to draw him off sides to get a first down. Looks like Eli Jones is in there as the running back.
Bergeron's going to put it in the air, and he's got a man wide open. Oh, just over the extended arm of that speedster we talked about before, Case.
Yeah, Lance Pollock there, and Bergeron maybe let him just a hair too much on 3rd and 5, and Pollock was behind the defense. Let's look again here at the throw. Maybe not quite enough air underneath that one for Pollock to run underneath it. He tried there one-handed to pull that in, but now it's going to be 4th down.
We talked about Pollock's speed. He showed it off there. He almost ran that ball down, even though it was clearly overthrown. He at least got a hand on it. So a rare moment for South tonight as Asino will punt the ball. He's had a great night kicking, but now he's going to, his second punt of the night, I believe.
Much better than the first one.
Yeah, he'll angle this toward the sideline, where it'll be down at the 15-yard line. Still 35-0 South over Cherokee. 7 minutes to play in this ball game, and the clock continues to tick.
We'll see if this Cherokee offense, what a tale of 2 games. Last week they win 48-0 at Union County. They allow 1 first down and then almost almost the exact opposite happening tonight. They're down 35-0. They've only picked up, I think, maybe 2 first downs tonight against this Rebels defense. We got a timeout called by Cherokee.
And with that timeout, time for us to take one as well. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota, like the all-new, distinctively styled Highlander. Lease this Highlander for just $299 a month. And now, Toyota has just announced $2,000 customer cash off your best deal on Highlander, or $2,000 off the best-in-class Highlander Hybrid. And all Toyota hybrids come with a 10-year, 150,000-mile battery warranty. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
Is there anything better than live high school football on Fox 39? I don't think so. It's 35-0. Sullivan South dominating against Cherokee tonight on the Chiefs' home field. Cherokee on offense taking over, and Mr. Price has nowhere to go. Clock continues to tick. We have a running clock because it's 35-0.
PJ, I want to just mention a programming note. Those who are looking to watch the WWE Friday Night SmackDown, that is going to air at 11 o'clock tonight right here on Fox 39. So all the wrestling fans out there, you can catch your wrestling a little bit later tonight at 11 o'clock.
There you go. Got to have your wrestling. As they say in the South, wrestling, racing, and recruiting, the 3 R's, the most important thing in a sports fan's life. The Chiefs trying to get some of the yardage back. Time now for the Toyota drive of the game. Casey, take it away.
All right, let's look here, and I think it'll be a Sullivan South drive, and it is. What a surprise. Ethan Bergeron here faking the handoff and picks up a first down, and then Bergeron's going to put it in the air. That one to Brody Ratliff, and then here's Mr. Eli Jennings, one of 7 players on this team named Eli, and Bergeron with another run here. His helmet came off, came back in a couple plays later, and runs in for the touchdown. That made it 21-0 Rebels, and they haven't looked back. PJ up 35-0.
And that is your Toyota drive of the game. 5 minutes left to play. The Chiefs would love to have a drive of the game. They'd like to have anything. They've been shut out so far after putting 48 points on the board last week. They could use some of those points tonight.
And you know this Rebels defense, they want the shutout. It isn't going to be important to this unit, even if some of the backups are in here right now getting some playing time. You know, the expectation is to get the goose egg, keep it up there in the score column for Cherokee as it's 4th down. Punt team is in for the Chiefs.
We've talked about what a busy night it's been for that young man there. Sumter will punt it away again. He's going to have a tired leg tomorrow, but punt it away he does. And again, South elects just to let the ball hit the field and roll out. All right, it's 35-0 Sullivan South with about 4 minutes to go. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Folks around here take sweet tea seriously. That's why Mickey D's sweet tea is fresh brewed and sweetened just right. And now it's served in a new cup that keeps the tea cold longer. Stop by for any sized Mickey D's sweet tea for just $1.
Toyota's summertime savings are here. Get back out there safely in a new Toyota. Go to the lake or go on a hike. Catch some air or some fish. Drive off-road or drive to your Toyota dealer and get a great clearance deal. Now lease a rugged Tacoma for just $209 a month, or get $1,000 customer cash on the legendary 4Runner, or $2,250 on the powerful Tundra. This summer, choose the perfect Toyota for your adventure. Today, tomorrow, Toyota.
This drink is more than a drink. It's a drink from McDonald's. Get any size Minute Maid slushie for $2 or any size McCafe iced coffee for $1.69.
Tonight's School Spotlight is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
Brandon Linkus has been teaching at Cherokee High School for 6 years, but this past year may have been his biggest yet. He received the award for Teacher of the Year.
For me, it's providing that safe place for these kids to have a place to come. The band room becomes a second home.
The Hawkins County native is the director for the 85-member band, which he says can open up opportunities like travel and tradition.
Band is so much more than just the music. Like we teach, it's life, deadlines, being on time, discipline, all of those things. There's so much more than just teaching the music.
And we appreciate Olivia Bailey with the School Spotlight tonight, brought to you by Toyota. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Clock continues to tick. And Sullivan South goes with a backup quarterback now. Eli Jones. You're going to get to see the final action of this game. Jones fumbles it, jumps on it, even gains a couple of yards.
Yeah, that quarterback, running back exchange a couple times lately here for the Rebels. The ball has been put on the turf, but they have recovered both times.
Eli Jones comes from an athletic family. If you're a golfer, you probably know his dad. A good friend of ours, Casey.
Yeah, Oogie Jones, the head pro up at Glen Cherokee Country Club. Oogie, if you're watching tonight, hope you're doing well.
And we did, little Bird told us that Oogie's a little under the weather tonight. Hope you're feeling better, big fella. Your kid's in the game. He's not teeing it up. He's throwing the ball, running the ball. Eli Jones taking the snap. He's going to run to the left, dodge a defender, looking for that block, gets on the corner. Jones gets up to the 45-yard line, I believe. But there's a flag on the play.
Take a look here at the Toyota replay. This is the design quarterback run the whole way, but there was a hold there, you see in the very top of the screen against the Rebels, so that's
holding. Number 15 in the offense, 10-yard penalty, still second down.
So Jones talking to the coach. So what are we going to do now, Coach?
PJ, some other scores. Elizabethton, they were up 58-0 on Sullivan East. Elizabethton win their 17th game in a row. Greenville, another team playing their first game tonight. They're on top of Daniel Boone, 34-21. That game's in the fourth quarter. Science Hill up 28-14 on David Crockett. We got another flag.
Of course, we had Science Hill and Elizabethton last week, and you could tell this Science Hill team was going to put the pieces together.
Snap, false start, offense, number 77, 5-yard penalty, still second.
And apparently the Toppers are doing that tonight.
Yeah, they're up 20. There is Sullivan Central. They are on top of Volunteer 13-6. According to this website I'm looking at, that game is in a delay currently right now in Blountville.
Now tell us what's important about that Sullivan Central game.
Well, Sullivan Central is looking to go 2-0 for the first time in 25 years.
That is the stat of the night. Casey dug that up earlier. 25 years. What is that, a quarter of a century?
But it looks like there's another game in a delay. Hampton is beating Unicoi County 32-7. They're in a lightning delay out there in Carter County. As Jones with a nice run here, and
Eli making the most of his appearance tonight. He's run the ball every time he's got a chance.
As we approach the final minute here, and the Rebels, they're going to go home next week and play their final home opener as the schools. They're going to take on Granger. Cherokee will be at home next week against Morristown East.
Third down, maybe time for a play or 2. Jones runs left, slams into that Chief front 4, and he gains a couple, but it's going to be 4th down. 41 seconds to go.
They may not have to run another play here, depending on
an impressive performance, any way you look at it tonight, by Sullivan South. Slowed by COVID-19, but undaunted. They came in here, had a game plan, stuck to it, ran the ball right down the Chiefs' throat, and there was nothing the Chiefs could do about it, and they were very impressive.
Be a fun bus ride back to Colonial Heights for the Rebels tonight here, victorious. And you see Coach Hilton say, put your elbows out. That's what we saw last week, kind of doing, instead of shaking hands, elbow touching.
You see a few of the fans that made the trip tonight saluting their team. And here we go with the final salute of the night. 35-0, Sullivan South wins on Friday Night Rivals. The two coaches exchanging pleasantries. And of course, we'll be talking to the winning coach in just a few minutes.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop, online at eddiestrophies.com.
Friendship Ford of Bristol, home of the no-charge lifetime warranty and the $5,000 best price guarantee. That's right, we're so confident we can beat any price on any new Ford F-150 or any other model we sell, including the legendary Ford Mustang and Ford Raptor. We're going to put our money where our mouth is and offer you $5,000 if you can find a better deal. So shop FriendshipFord.com to find the best selection of F-Series trucks, hands down the best prices, and get award-winning customer service. Nobody beats Friendship Ford of Bristol. Never have, never will. We're dealing.
Are you looking for a new or used auto, RV, or boat? ECU knows choosing the right financing option is important, and we can customize a loan to fit most budgets and lifestyles. Need a new ride? We got a loan for that. Ready for some fun? We got a loan for that. Want to social distance and style? We got a loan for that. So wherever life takes you, we've got a loan for that. Can I drive?
No.
Get the News 5 app now. Instant alerts the second news breaks. Chime in with your videos and photos. Watch News 5 anywhere. Download the News 5 app now.
It's all over here as Sullivan South celebrates with a 35-0 win over the Cherokee Chiefs. Just a total domination by South, Casey.
It really was. Rebels did pretty much anything they wanted offensively, and we're joined by now the winning coach, Justin Hilton, who has the Friday Night Rivals Champions Trophy. Coach, congratulations on the win. You know, we talked to you earlier in the week. You weren't sure how the team was going to respond that first game going against a team who had already played a game, but your team really came out early. How important was that to get off to a quick start tonight?
Really important. That's one of the reasons we took the football first. We were hoping that we could get some excitement going. And man, how great it was just to be something to be normal for 2.5, 3 hours tonight. It was really fun for the guys to be out there. I'm excited for them, and what a great night of football.
Justin, this is P.J. Johnson in the booth. Earlier this week when we talked, I asked you about growing up in Colonial Heights and going to Sullivan South. You said when you were in the 8th grade, you worshiped guys like Jeremy Osborne, Sam Haney, Ralph Nelson, those great teams of the 90s. And now we come tenfold, and it's the last season of Sullivan South, and you open it up with a win. This has to be so emotional for you.
It really is, and we told the guys before the game, very few people get an opportunity to write the last chapter of something. And all the guys that came before us wrote the history, and now we want to close the book in a really good way, and I think this was a good start at it.
Coach, offensively, you have 363 yards here in your first game, 274 rushing. Talk about your offensive line and those running backs and what Bergeron did there running the ball, you really imposed your will on this Cherokee defense.
Yeah, Cherokee's got some big kids, especially at the nose tackle. We challenged our guys up front. We knew it was going to be tough. Our guys really got off the ball and fought early. And, you know, having a big old quarterback like Bergeron, he can move the pile, and we've got some big, strong running backs who we can rotate in. And I was really pleased with how we ran the football and how our tight ends blocked especially.
Coach, we don't want to forget about the defense. Eli Topping was just all over the field. We called out #1 all night long. This guy's got a lot of upper body strength, and he's hard to block, and he's fast.
He is. He's fast. He's a special player. Just a junior. You know, he's a specimen. He lived in that weight room. He has really worked himself into the shape that he's in, and he's going to be something special.
Well, Coach, good luck, and I know you're excited to get back to Death Valley next week for your home opener against Granger.
We are. Yeah, we're excited.
Best of luck to Sullivan South and their head coach, Justin Hilton. Again, the final thought, Casey, 35-0. You got some final thoughts?
Yeah, we're going to, first of all, just about programming here, we're going to join the WWE in progress here. You'll see the end of it, then the entirety you'll see beginning at 11 o'clock. So you can see how the ending was twice and then see how the beginning was. Kind of like a backward episode of Seinfeld there. It works out perfectly.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, you just can't get enough wrestling, and you can't get enough high school football. We love doing Friday Night Rivals. We had a good one tonight. Sullivan South, so impressive, 35-0 over Cherokee. For my good buddy Casey Getz, this is PJ Johnson. You've been watching Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers. We'll see you back here next week.